looked at me and said, I'm ready whenever. Get in here.
Okay, we did a ranking of weirdest kind of funny members. Mike definitely takes the ticket. Also, biggest diva. Biggest diva.
I want you to know that. Chad's my turn, and I'm going to talk a whole lot of smack about Kevin. Not about Baron, but about Kevin today. All right? I'm sitting at my desk preparing everything, right? I'm setting everything up. Kevin looks at me and goes, you got to get the fuck up. You got to get over there.
I told you.
And I said, all right, I'll do that. And then I show up
beforehand?
4 minutes later. I mean, I get
You
that.
know what I mean?
You gotta
Why
be
are you doing the spreadsheet as we're like, okay, we're transitioning?
Let me
This
talk to
fucking
the
kid.
people. God, I love him with these guys
Oh my
so
God,
much.
tell them about our experience yesterday at Spices,
I'm
a place
gonna.
everyone should go and be like, hey, KindaFunny sent me.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah. We got
She'll
free
give us
beers
more
yesterday.
free
It was
beers,
great.
right. Chat, let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into your Friday afternoon stream. It's going to be a fun one, and I've asked the crew if we could set up the fun couch setup, because today we get to kick it with Greg Miller and his best friend from his childhood, Poe, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're going to do some good, which I'll fill you in just a little bit, but we're going to be playing some games, and we're going to talk about some backyard wrestling. Yeah, that's right. We're going to go down in some history and watch some old school backyard wrestling clips with these two, so it should be a good time. But, yo, if you're looking for some really dank Chinese food in the town of San Francisco when you come to visit, hopefully one day when we do a KindaFunny live event, who knows, or maybe you just come with your friends, family, loved ones, please go down to Spices in the inner Richmond. It is my favorite spot right now. Besides me and Kevin going to Mitchell's, this is my favorite spot. I love going to Spices. They got killer Chinese food, great orange chicken. We get this meat roll, me and Kevin. Oh, it's unbelievable, everybody. Great warm atmosphere, great family, great place. So please go check it out. But yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Let's check in. Olive Party's in the building. Style Gem is here. I watched a lot of anime last night. We're going to talk about it on Kinda Anime, but tell you what, subbed anime. It's tough.
What?
It's real tough.
What anime is tough?
Subbed anime. Anything with subtitles is tough for me.
Y'all
know I can't.
watch the last
Y'all know I
episodes
can't
of
read good, is right.
My Hero, right?
It hurt, y'all.
I'm sorry. It'll be fun to talk about, though, Mike.
Subs is the only way to go risk runner. No, bro, I can't. Yeah, keep that up there for a while. Yeah. Y'all see him. The one and only birthday boy, Nick Scarpino, as an avatar now. Watch on a screen bigger than your phone. Wasted bandwidth? I did, and that was the problem. Is when I watch on a screen that's bigger than my phone, the subtitles are at the far bottom of the screen, and I'm missing all of the action above. So that one hurt me last night. That one hurt me real bad. But we'll talk about that, and we're going to talk about our experience with One Piece Odyssey, the game. I'll tell you what, I'm loving One Piece Odyssey. It's so much fun, y'all. Mike, please don't tell me you're watching One Piece dubbed. I mean, come on, you know I am, Ian. Come on, you know I am. I'm watching all my stuff dubbed. Sapphire Diamond Ruby, I have not responded, but I was going to respond to you, and I'll say it right now. Hey, congratulations. That's so awesome to hear. I am very happy and smiling for you. That's wicked dope. Wicked dope, y'all. Oh, yeah, do you remember that, Sphinx? Yeah, you remember that. But this is the cool stuff. You guys get to see behind the scenes. You get to have some fun. It's a pretty good time. Arcade says, I want that game so bad. I'm excited. It's a great little experience. The tough part, of course, is being, I don't want to say spoiled by new characters, but like, you know, you jump in, I'm on 275 in Water 7, and all of a sudden I'm meeting new characters I've never met before, and it's like, that sucks. But the game is fun, so that's all that really matters. Y'all gonna do a live react to the Xbox Dev Direct. We 100% are, Alex. 2 weeks from now, Wednesday at high noon, myself, Paris, and Andy are gonna sit down and do a live reaction to the Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct, and then you'll get an XCast recorded right afterwards, live as well. So get ready for that. That should be a fun one. Will I watch The Last of Us? Of course. Now, do I wish The Last of Us just came out with all whatever episode amount on Monday, yes, I just want to watch all of it. I don't want to go week to week anymore. I hate that. I'm bored of that. Skull and Bones is getting a release date. You should draft in the fantasy league. Kai, you're the best. I'll do it for the content for you. Same with the Dice Awards. Are you going to react to Greg and Stella? I don't think we've ever done the Dice Awards. I know that I've always watched it at home to support Greg and see how well he does with Jessica Chobot. But, shout out to Stella. Very excited to see Stella up on the big stage. It's going to be really, really dope. Will we live react to that? I don't think we've ever live reacted to that in the past. I don't think we will. But I'm not going to make any promises for you. That's a Tim question. Lexi Gunner says, Snowbike Mike, what's for lunch? Lexi, nothing for lunch because we'll be streaming all throughout lunch. But then, Lexi, we're going right to the gym. We're going to work hard, get a sweat going on a nice Friday. And then after that, maybe In-N-Out. Who knows? Maybe some In-N-Out. We'll see. Found a really good barbecue spot down in Pacifica last weekend. Y'all know each and every weekend I try to go out and adventure. Found a really good barbecue spot. Wave Break Barbecue, I want to call it. Wave Break Barbecue.
Is it better than Baby Blues?
No, it's not better than Baby Blues, but it's got a great coast view, Kevin. Me and Kevin have gone to some great. We gotta start a travel vlog, you and I, Kevin. Me and Kevin.
You've said that
we need to
before.
start that up. You know what I mean?
Though.
No, Roger doesn't want to edit it for us.
Well, I mean, it's not his job.
He's down on that. Roger's down on doing the editing for us. Oh my gosh, Cooper. Good for you, Coop. Oh my gosh. Coop, here's my issue. I'm going to Planet Fitness because RIP, my really dope gym here, in the Foggy Penny that I was going to. I had a really great gym that I was excited about. Closed down overnight. Heartbroken, right, Coop? And so now I go to Planet Fitness. Get this. Yes, the new year has come. Yes, they've added a bunch of new equipment. The problem, too many people. I never get a chance to do any of the weights that I want to do, none of the machines. There's just too many jabronis clanging iron in there. And so all I do is cardio. And I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? We got to get my diet first, Coop, if I want to really make any of this worthwhile. But I hate that there's a bunch of jabronis in there. There's lines to get on a bench press. And I'm not waiting in a line to hit a bench press. Because I'll tell you, Coop, I step right up to that bench press. I put my weights on. I lay down. Bang. I give you 15, rack it. I take 4 breaths, 30 seconds, grab it, rack it. You know what I mean, Ben? I'm out of the bench within 3 minutes. There's no reason for me to be sitting around.
You're insane,
and there's a whole line and shit. I'm let's go. You know what I mean? I'm clanging iron, y'all. Oh, people talking about my mustache? I'm shaving that this weekend. Get ready.
You know you're not.
We have to do it.
Why?
Because I want to see all my looks. And then I want to determine what's the
Just
best
look at an
look.
old picture.
I want to see all my looks and then determine
I don't want
what's
to look
my
at your old
best
looks.
look.
You just look at an old
You
picture.
get
right?
naked-faced Mike. What is this? What's happening?
So the other day, Joey and Katie were talking to me. They were like, he was gonna shave his beard off, but we stopped, or his mustache off.
They talk shit to me. Yeah.
They're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it without anybody knowing. Bang! All of a sudden on Sunday it's gone.
Well, we all get the laughing point.
Are we ready, or what should we do?
Yeah, why don't you slide in there? I'll talk to this kid for the last little bit.
Okay. Switch. Oh, but
Can you grab the two?
Xbox duty or what?
Me? Oh, it's all set up. You grab the 2 controllers. You walk in. Chat. What's the chances he heard that? I have to. Yeah. Oh, he heard it. He's grabbing the 2 controllers. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. This guy getting stuff done. How do you guys feel about this black and white? You can see the background. If you like this, let me know in chat. Blow it up. YouTube people, isn't it exciting to see behind the scenes? It's cool. It's cool. Loot?
Just have to turn this off once they want to play the game. I guess.
Oh yeah.
I'll turn this off because the sound.
Well, I mean, we're gonna start on the wide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What button should I press this?
I look back. This should be good to go.
Okay, was it not good last time?
Yeah, it was set to be good.
Okay. Well, that explains it. hate that.
Hate it?
Yeah, I like being in black and white so they know.
But like,
Oh, you're right. When we switch over.
yeah,
Got you.
it's still gonna be black and white.
We should make another one that. Well, we need to figure that out. One that doesn't use the same source. All right, folks, we're coming in. Actually, let me see the wireless mics now that we're testing stuff with you guys, exploring with us. 1, 2, and 3.
Want me to put them up?
Yeah, sure. You guys are live. They can hear what you're saying.
Fuck them.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's that kind of energy today.
You know he's not serious.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he would
with that
never,
kind
he
of
would never
energy.
do that to us. He would never turn the mics
Everyone
live, so I have to
sounds
listen
good?
to these
Okay,
shows
we're not
in chat. You know what I mean?
We're not recording. Well, I guess YouTube is recording.
Fuck!
We've been recording.
All right, live. You guys all ready to go live and record?
Yeah.
3, 2.
Yo, what the heck is going on, Kind of Funny best friends? Welcome to Kind of Funny Games afternoon stream. No, I'm not. I got it. It's my time. I'm just talking to you for a second.
Why didn't you say hold on? You know what I mean?
Well, I thought you were gonna do it. You know what I mean?
I was looking over here. Me and Poe were ready, so I was just assuming you were ready. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Hey, what's up, Greg and Poe? How are you both?
We're good, Mike. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. We're on the couch. I like being on
I
the couch.
love being on the couch. This is a
Yeah,
good deal.
it's nice. It's just a
Yeah.
different vibe, Greg, and I like the couch setup, and I like being with you. I
like
want you to
being
know
with you,
that.
too.
I don't spend enough time with you, so
Don't
it's
spend
nice to
enough time
spend
with
that.
you. It's nice,
And
yeah.
now I get to spend it with your childhood best friend, and that's a big deal to me because
Stop
I get
with
all the good
fucking
stories.
microphone
Mic
out.
on. Clip
Stop
the
being a
mic.
psycho weirdo.
Let me just get my
What is this?
This is what all the TikTokers do, though.
Do they?
that
Oh,
what
no,
they
they
do?
do
Yeah,
it with
they
they
do.
do it with
They got the little baby stuff.
Is that because they're too young and they don't know how they're doing it?
That's what he wanted.
Still little?
No, I wanted to do it myself.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
you
to
had
get
plenty of
to.
time. You had plenty of time.
But
I
yeah,
feel
you
like
can
my
spend time
hair
with
is
Poe.
gonna
That's
like
a big
just
deal.
catch fire right here. This is
because it's too well lit.
Yeah,
God,
yes.
he looks great. That's right.
I've never had this kind of lighting before, and yeah.
I
Feels
tell you,
good.
I mean, my hair looks fantastic as always.
It
but
does, Greg.
I did a Greg way yesterday in Area 69, right?
Okay.
And I didn't turn on the ring light. I just let the overhead lights go, and it made me look even grayer than I really am. This is bringing back some of the brown and reminding me when I was a young man. This is all gone. This is too late. But,
You
know.
look great, Greg.
Thank you. Feel great.
Poe, okay, we get to talk a lot. In all the 8 years, how many times has Poe been on a stream or any sort of content with you?
Oh my God.
Hasn't been many, right?
Yeah. He's been on a few podcasts. Yeah, maybe one or two, maybe two, maybe three.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
more than one.
Yeah, I want to say at least 2. Might have been 3,
Okay.
but yeah.
And
And then of course the call-ins. I get those every now and then.
Yeah.
Poe, whatever you do, don't answer the phone, or you got to talk to me right now about this problem.
Yeah.
So, I had
It's
those
a
moments.
traditional thing, Mike.
like that.
If I call anyone, they know either they're going to be on a show or someone's dead.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to
I
call
like
you
that.
otherwise. I'm never
Yeah.
going to call you unannounced.
Or else you
That's
don't
not
get a
something
call,
that happens.
right?
Yeah, the cancer call. That was also. Yeah.
But outside of that, how many times have I called you? It's usually cancer. I'm on the show. You know
It
what
was
I
a
when
moment of like, this isn't good. Like the
Yeah,
phone,
yeah,
when the
no,
phone's ringing and it's Greg. Yeah.
most people
And
guess.
He
Most
writes me a
people
text
guess.
when I'm on my way over here, though. It's like, I have a long text to explain if you're coming in or not, and it's just pages and pages. I'm like, this could have probably been a phone call.
No,
but
nobody
okay.
wants to do phone calls.
Could have been a phone call, Greg. I like the
No.
phone calls.
Yeah,
You know what I started-
I
I'm
do
a
too.
phone call
I'm tired
guy.
of the back and forth.
Here's what I'll do:
Exactly.
is I owe someone an apology. Her name, Janina Gavankar.
Oh, okay.
His name, WWE superstar Xavier Woods.
Oh, I love them both.
Both of these two were the first people I ever met. Janina actually was the first that used the voice memo function. Where I get a text from them and I look at it and it's a play button. I'm
Yes.
like, what is this shit? I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And then I got, the kid came around. I was like, man, I am too busy to type all this. And I
Yes.
definitely don't want to call you. And I started using
love
them too.
that.
I started using the
Uh-huh.
little voice to text things. Yeah.
Now, are you
Not to
saving
text.
those?
No.
Like, have you noticed that, like, someone will save yours and you'll
Sure.
see it?
That's when I know I'm in trouble. That's when I know.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
When you save yours, I'm like, they got a little piece of me forever. I like
Exactly.
that,
Well,
you know what I mean?
for me, it's usually putting in the evidence bin. Like, what can they use against me one day? You know what I mean?
You get a little
There's
piece
so
of
much
me.
content, though, for you. It's already over, man.
I'm bulletproof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been this way the whole
Bulletproof,
time. You
baby,
can't
that's right.
stop it. You know what I mean? Anytime Andy wants to take me back to court, Joey wants to take me to court.
Damn.
It doesn't matter. It was all content. It was all for fun.
Man,
This is why
I'll
you won't be
in
on
the,
that jury coming up soon.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be on the jury for that because I love jury duty. Let me tell you what, edge of my seat fun on that.
I might have to go to jury duty next week, everybody.
Gonna be a great time.
Tuesday is the day.
He's not getting called.
How long can I dodge it? Because I feel like
It's
I've
not
never
that.
been.
You can get there, but by the time they ask you one question, it'll be like, I don't want this guy.
Because I start just laughing
Not
maniacally.
case. Show
You
them
know
one
what
of
I
your voice memos.
But as a criminologist, let me tell you, like defense attorneys and prosecutors both want to know who the person is. Like, can I trust them? Do I
Yeah.
think that they'll be on my side? And then once you start talking, they'll be like, no,
mean?
not
No,
this guy.
person
Not
isn't
Greg.
this
I'm
Not
also
great.
the weird one too, where it's just like, I like law enforcement experience, but a professor. no, get out. So
Knows too much.
yeah. They can't.
Okay.
Now, here's the question we have before we even start this
lay it
stream,
on
and we started the stream, is we're here on the big set. We're on the comfy couches. We're hanging out. We're going to watch some backyard
nice.
wrestling from back in the
Yeah,
day.
we are.
We're going to play some football because that's
Yeah,
what
we
we
are.
are. The question I have for both of you gentlemen is, are you ready to party?
Hell yeah,
Are
always.
we
It's
getting
Friday.
drinks from across the street?
Oh, wow.
Are we doing the cocktails?
Is
you
Paul
doing
like
a few
that?
beers?
I
What do
heard
you-
about it. I thought I was blown away.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would love to.
Cool, Greg!
Let's get another round of those. What did I have the last time? The Jolly Rancher, I think?
Yeah.
That's delicious.
I
I'm
did
gonna
the
have another one of
cranberry one.
those.
I want the cranberry one again. That
Cranberry
was really
one?
good. That's what I
Okay.
did during XCast. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah.
get those going.
Okay, I saw some of
I
the.
would like a watermelon.
Tell Cool Greg. I gave him the card already.
Called Jolly Rancher.
I'm seeing some of the
Kevin,
chat.
tell Cool Greg.
Some of the chat go by. One thing I like, Mike and I are related. I like that. Look good. We look good.
What went by?
Mike and I are related. We look really good.
Oh,
Paul looks
related.
great, is right. Come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. You guys do have the same thing, but you
Yeah,
know.
I wish I had the beard like Poe. I still get the patchiness.
Why don't
Poe.
you go
That's-
shave the mustache in? Right.
I've done that. And have you?
I know you've done it. I'm
I've done
saying
that.
right
I've done
now.
that.
Well, when I do it, I look like the guy from Ferris Bueller. And then apparently he was
a pedophile.
arrested.
He's a
Yeah,
pedophile.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
like,
See?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we can't do that now.
I
Right.
can't really pull that off as much.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Also,
If
the
my
guy
hair
from Howard
curled
the
a bit,
Duck.
maybe I'd do
Remember
that.
Howard the Duck?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not good?
Yeah.
Howard
And
the Duck.
Oh, he did.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah,
Those are other things,
Beetlejuice.
other roles. Yeah.
All right, let's
And
pull it back together.
And then the
though.
other
Pull it
part
back
too
together,
is they're
sorry.
talking about criminology and talking
Yes.
And that's the whole thing, Poe. You're here, of
That's
course,
what
to
I
hang
want.
out and party with us. But as you can see on the screen, we're also raising money right now.
We're not showing that just yet. Can you
As you're
see it?
about to see on the screen,
You're
we're
about to
also
show it.
raising money. Poe, what do you do and what are you raising money for today?
Yep.
Okay, so for the most part, we've kind of avoided what actually where I'm at or what I'm doing. But I am a professor, and I'm at Benedictine University, which is in Lisle, Illinois, and I've been there for 10 years. I'm a criminologist, and one of the things I'm doing for my students this year is we're going to do a study abroad trip to Scandinavia, Finland, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, 10 days in May. And we're not what I would say is an extremely wealthy institution that can just, shell out the dollars for these kids who deserve to get to go for the program. But most of this is their fundraising. I'm fundraising. We're trying to do whatever we can. Some of the students have never been on a plane before. Some of the students haven't even left the state of Illinois before. So doing whatever I can to open up your world and for everyone just to get out and go to another culture, especially when they don't speak the same language you do.
Sure.
It's an amazing opportunity. Greg and I went to France back in high school. Those were good times. I don't get into those if we want to, but it was a good time for us. So yeah, trying to give these students an opportunity to experience a whole different culture. From across the globe. So
if you want to support, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to kindafunny.com/Poe. That's just P-O. You'll get dropped on this GoFundMe page where you can drop it. We'll read off donations as we go and do all sorts of like that. Now, in the chat, Raleigh went by and said, or I mean, it's Raleigh?
I call him Raleigh.
Just
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure.
I like
Well, you and I
Raleigh.
are both got people wrong all the time. You know what I mean?
Right, yep.
But he asked, does Poe really not like Subway? And
Oh, wow.
oh no, it's not Subway.
Quiznos.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you ever heard this story?
I love Quiznos, Poe.
Oh, here we fucking
And
go.
now we're no longer brothers.
No, Poe, no. What's wrong? Tell us about
That
it.
Quiznos subs commercial. Eat Quiznos subs.
Oh, the
Eat
crazy
Quiznos
commercials back in
subs.
the day? Yeah, those sucked.
Awful.
I'll give them
Awful.
that. Those
Now,
sucked.
here's the thing: is that I think we could all admit the singing hamster Quiznos commercial sucked. and
That
it
was
wasn't
like
good.
that.
Because they're
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's the fact that Patrick Polasic hasn't forgiven this corporation for
That's
this
insane.
and never will.
Don't even
To
go
the
in the
point,
doors.
I was going to say to the point that I remember the story of you being with someone, I forget if it was
That
a
was a
date.
girlfriend,
It was
yeah.
a girlfriend who she went into Quiznos. He stayed outside. He wouldn't even go
Poe, you
inside
can't
the
do that,
establishment.
Poe. You can't
Would
do
not
that.
go in the doors. But no, it was one of those things where I don't mind the idea of hey, I got this idea of this horrible looking hamster that's been thrown up on, singing Eat Quiznos subs.
Kevin, can you bring up the Quiznos sub commercial we're talking about, by the way?
Yes.
And I don't mind the idea. Hey, we all have ideas. Some of them are bad ideas. The fact that
I've
that
never
got
had a
through
bad idea.
many levels of people being like, yes, this is what I want out there in the public. And to a point where if the commercial would come on, we would either die for the remote in college or I would try and rip the TV off the wall because
Wow.
I hated it so much. So
That's
yeah.
a reaction to that.
Kevin, let's watch the Eat Quiznos sub commercial here with the dancing
Oh, that's a
hamster,
special
singing
one.
hamster. There they are.
Oh, my God.
You remember these guys?
Yeah.
Go there, go to us. The Quiznos subs. tasty they are, crunchy they are, warm because they toast them. They got a pepper bar.
Quiznos new Santa Fe
Who thought
Trio
this was
sauce with
okay?
smoky
You know
chipotle
what I mean?
sauce.
Now I want to eat.
Now let's be real though. That's a good commercial. That's a funny thing. Even that was ahead of its time, I'd say. You've been on the internet in 2023.
That is true. That is true. That
Ahead
would
of its
fly now.
time.
That would fly now.
That would go huge right
Be
now.
perfect on TikTok. It's
Yeah.
right.
Oh my God, they'd be
But
huge
yeah,
on TikTok.
Quiznos subs. They toasted the subs. They were the best subs around, Poe. They were the best subs.
And Subway's like, yeah, we could do
We
that
can do
too.
that too, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I got
like,
it. Is
"That's
that
what
what you
you're
want?
looking
Sheesh, done. There you
I
go.
still think it's the. Are there still Quiznos out here? Because a lot of them in Illinois closed.
I think most of them shut down.
Okay.
I think that might have put them out of business.
I was very proud of those moments.
It was the thing where years later I was reading, and I was well aware of the poster. I was reading something about Quiznos and how that did really destroy
I
them. Yeah,
think so is
Yeah,
right.
big problem for them.
Remember when Roger worked for Quiznos, but they refused to feed him? He had to buy.
I've never heard this story.
Oh, he's never told you that?
No.
He would tell us stories. He's like, yeah, I worked for Quiznos before all of this. And instead of them giving us lunch or like giving us a sub, I had to buy my own sub every single day.
Employee
I said,
discount?
Roger, that's unacceptable.
Employee discount?
No employee discount. You had to pay
Outrageous.
for a sub. That's
outrageous.
You
No,
can't
thank
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
Give him the sub.
Yet
That's right.
another reason. No longer in business.
Yeah,
Like,
sure
come
enough.
on.
Bad to the employees. That's going to get you. That's going to sneak up on you.
Now, Poe, this sounds like a ton of fun with you and the kids and the opportunity to go out, travel abroad, and study abroad, right? You brought up you and Greg doing this once before.
Yeah, we did
Now,
that
where
in
did
high
you
school.
two go?
Yeah, we're using that loosely.
Okay,
All right,
let's
we didn't
talk about
study abroad. We just went to France on a school trip.
I think we were supposed to use the language there, and then when we got to
I
Paris,
used it all the time.
Yeah, we went
Parlez
there.
anglais,
yeah,
parlez
that
anglais,
was the,
parlez
That's
anglais.
the past 4 years or so.
When we snuck into a bar,
God.
we ditched the chaperones and went to
Yeah.
a bar, and I tried to order 2 beers, but I ordered 12, whatever. So the guy started making 12 beers. Like, stop!
There's also those moments where it's just like, you want 2? Like the guy just starts
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
English to you. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Like,
definitely shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, un glacé, un chocolat.
Yeah.
We got the same type of French language
Yes.
skills, you know.
Où est la bibliothèque, you know?
There we go. You
What's
got
the-
I was all
users,
about
right?
gonna lie.
What's the one that Jen can't stand? Like, comme tu veux, as you like it or something. She's like, that's
Oh
not a
no,
thing.
yeah, no, it's well, that's yeah. I remember at Chouette and Bunny Day. I remember being taught that too. Couldn't tell you what it is. She's like, that is nonsense. That is not a thing. So I can't prove that that's a
Okay.
real thing. And then the other one was, comme ci, comme ça is super formal French. Nobody says that.
Okay.
So like when I said that to her family, they all laughed at me.
Do people know the Bubba story around here?
No, I don't. What that?
So like we have to do like a big project. This is again related to the trip. At some point, we're taking French together, and it's like a final project. And you have to put together, like a video. So all Greg can basically say is "Ooh, Bubba," like where is Bubba? And it's this sheep. And we just took it around town, and we put
Stuffed sheep.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like "Ooh, Bubba, ooh, Bubba," and he puts it like on a police car, of course. "Ooh, Bubba." It's like, oh, we're gonna get in a lot of trouble for this, but.
He's exaggerating a lot of this. All right, if you can come up with a VCR, all right, I'll bring it in. I'll bring the tape.
I have
in, 'cause I
VCR
still
at the
have it.
house. I got that with my PS2.
It was Le Savant de Bubba. It was
Yeah.
a soap thing
Oh,
we
yeah, the
did.
soap
Okay.
thing.
And it needed to be like a 2-minute commercial, which we
Yes.
did, but then we also then put in 15 minutes of bloopers and us fucking around or whatever that we played in class. Everybody loved it.
Everybody
It was a huge
loves you
deal.
guys.
But
I
I
know
went
that.
and I handed out flyers around downtown Glen Ellen, but just,
correct.
people were getting off the train. We went out.
Oh, man.
My favorite thing was this, is that, so the idea was, here's this soap, obviously, that
Yeah.
makes everything amazing and yada, yada, yada. So it starts as a normal soap commercial and kind of escalates. And I believe the ultimate was that on the script I had written, all of us went, because it's like, there's multiple people in the class project. We went to a graveyard.
Okay.
And the idea was that we took the soap and poured it on a grave, and then it was Poe. We cut it and restarted it, and Poe just sits up on the ground and goes, "Merci," and walks away, and I'm like mugging the camera. But like that's not even the best part, right? What it was is, remember, we all went to Catholic school. This Catholic school project.
Yeah.
We get there with this idea, and finally somebody was like, yo, is this disrespectful though? Like, are we being disrespectful?
Okay, yeah.
And so we were like, you know what? And we prayed at this grave. We prayed at this grave, asking for forgiveness or whatever. Like, hey, we're just making a grave. And then it gets even better. We stood up and somebody looked at the headstone, and it was one of those you bought in advance. So it was like Henrietta, born 19, whatever, and not dead.
Still
So
alive.
it's just an empty plot. We're like, we're fine. Jesus doesn't care. Let's make this. Let's make a movie, guys. Yeah.
Terrific, you two. It's right. That's just something special. The unhinged nature of you, Greg Miller, continues. Yeah. I love this stuff.
You're crazy.
I love the stories. But Poe, you decided to come out and visit us during probably the worst time that we're having out here in San Francisco with the insane weather.
Yeah.
But all is well. I mean, you guys are from Illinois. You're used to
We're used to
wild
bad weather.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
nothing
it's
to us.
It's nice and warm out here. I don't know. It seems fine. Outside of the rain coming down. But I mean, yeah, I'm used to that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, Poe was complaining that the cab driver had the heat on yesterday.
Oh yeah, cranking the heat on us. Right.
I mean, they got the office so hot up here. I'm burning up.
I ever tell you the story about Kevin and Paula and the heat with me in the car?
No?
So
Y'all had to strip down?
Kevin and Paula, we're going out to eat at Momaji, right? So Kevin's favorite spots. And we packed the
Wait,
car.
is that the place you go to all the time on like the special nights, Kev?
I don't think. No, you're thinking Fino.
Okay, I need to hear more about that
different,
restaurant
yeah.
at some point.
So it's an average night, San Francisco night, right? Doesn't need a heater, doesn't need an AC. It's just a nice temperate night, right? Kevin
Beautiful.
runs hot.
Beautiful.
He likes to crank the AC in the car, right?
Every time I'm
So
driving.
we start the car ride. Kevin's got the AC bumping to the point where now I'm freezing cold in the back. I got the sweatshirt over my ears. Paula, being Paula in the shotgun, she's unpleased. She's not happy about
Sure.
this. Cranks it to extra hot. Now we're starting to sweat in the car. Now Kevin cranks it back to AC, then back to heat, then back to AC to finish it. My body went through so many emotions and temperatures in this 7-minute car ride that we got out, and I felt sick to my stomach because I was so lost in the motion.
Did you have a good dinner though?
Yeah, we had a good dinner, and then immediately did the same thing on the car ride
man.
back. Heat, cold, heat, cold.
Cool, Greg. Champion as always. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cool G.
Yeah, this cranberry cocktail I had during the PS I Love You Xbox face-off,
Okay.
right? I was like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? It's real good. I like it. Thank you.
Yeah, let's talk about our cocktails that we have right now. So, Poe, this is your first time getting a little bad cocktail with us.
Cocktails to go.
Why don't you take a look and see which one you got?
Well, now he's bringing other options, so you have other things you can do.
You got more
or whatever.
options. You got more options.
So I'm going to drink the bad girl. I'm
The
a
bad
bad
girl
girl
you
man.
like. You like
which
the bad
I got
girl.
the cranberry juice in it. I got 2 pucker watermelons.
Yep.
And then I got 1 Absolute vodka.
This is yours. You
This
like
is
the
mine
bad
now.
girls. This
But
is
I
gonna be
think,
yours.
I know you listen to Greg Way on patreon.com/kindafunny.
I want to take over Greg Way because I love it so much.
Maybe
I
you
love
should
it.
make something with your name in it and stay the fuck out of my lane. But the thing is, I got the heartburn lately, right?
Oh,
so I didn't want to
okay.
get into the sweet stuff. The
Yeah,
cranberry
yeah.
settled me good before.
Do you-
Although we do need to talk about what we're ordering for lunch.
Oh, okay, terrific.
Greg, would you like an antacid?
No, I took my Prilosec this morning.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it. Your post says I can take them anytime. The box says take them in the morning with breakfast. I remember it today.
yeah.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Cool.
So there's a lot of options for lunch.
Yeah,
A lot of things could happen here.
okay.
I do
A
know
lot of options.
Poe's a big fan of square pie guys.
Oh,
yeah.
don't
If we
get
wreck
me
up some square
started.
pie guys' wings and stuff in here.
Yeah, I love that
we'll be sitting
idea,
pretty.
Poe.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. We're
All right.
partying today. If you're at home, party. And of course, go to kindafunny.com/Poe to
Yeah.
donate to his school.
This is going to be a great start, too, because we're going to watch some backyard
11:30.
wrestling, too.
Yeah,
It's gonna
well,
be
you
great.
know. If you refresh it, Kev, we're at $305 with 8
Hey!
donations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Freddie says, Division 2 clanmates stick together. Olive party out. That's me who said Poe is God, of course, which is another old wrestling one. An old chestnut. Because here's one. I'll give one for you, all right?
Give it to us.
So,
Ask
Poe.
Ask a question here. Do all 3 of these go in here?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
more
Poe,
than-
come on. Come on.
And now you could be like Blessing and try to half and half it.
No,
Yeah,
no,
don't
that's
half
not
and
allowed.
half it.
That's
San
not
Francisco,
allowed.
huh?
Exactly. Get in there and get it ready to go.
We're
So,
working a full day, you know?
Mike, just like you have a
Yeah.
past. In high
I got a
school, you
past.
dressed as a panther and
I
you were
did,
all over
I
the
did.
place.
Uh-huh.
Poe, of course, was a cross country and track star.
Oh, okay.
That's what he did. He went to college for that too. He went there. Do you get a scholarship for that? Do you get a scholarship?
Division 3. They
Hey,
found a way to
hey, I
give
like-
me a scholarship.
Okay, good. There you go. But what it was is that I was a bad friend. All right.
Okay.
You know, you know me, Mike, and you know my sense of humor. And you know that it's cutting and it's biting. You know.
Yes,
And I give you
yes.
shit. If I love you, I give you shit. Right.
Yep. Roger
Imagine-
still has yet to learn that. Yeah.
Imagine if there was a 16-year-old version of that just had no restraint. You know what I mean? No silencer. Didn't
love this.
know how to knew how to give you the stick, but not
Yep.
the carrot. Didn't know how to take care of you.
Gotta give him a little cake, is right.
That was me. Carrot, I said cake.
Yeah, we gotta give him a little something sweet. you
Okay.
know? A little
So-
something.
I have no idea where he's going with this.
Yo, you will soon enough. So Poe was gonna go to a big track meet or whatever.
Okay.
And we decided, you know what? We should go and toilet paper his house and
Oh,
put
a little
signs,
TP.
put some signs up, and we made a bunch of signs that said Poe is God. And we put those up, and we had him. We in the middle of the night did all this, blah blah blah. And we thought we were getting away with something. We thought he was gonna wake up and be mad about this. You know what I mean? And he didn't. He woke up and he was very much like, "That was awesome. Thanks for it was really cool." Blah blah blah. And like we could have said, "Oh hey, you know what? We did something good."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Well, he wasn't annoyed by it. Maybe if we do it again next weekend, he'll be annoyed by it." And so we did it again the next weekend. And Poe's like, all right, and then we did it a third weekend. And I think that's the one where we filmed it and you chased us down the street with a hockey stick.
Yeah, because it was like a constant type of thing. But yeah, there's a very cool moment where they're kind of doing a Blair Witch type thing about talking about, I think it was Gula or Poe or something along those lines. And there's a hand in the background, and we think he lives over there, and then slowly the garage opens and the light comes out before you. And then I just took off running after them. And was not happy. But I was not like I don't know what I caught him, but I didn't know what to do then.
Yeah, of course.
So
You're kids. We're friends. You're mad. How do you stop your friend? Yeah, I think you lied. You said that the police have been called. My parents have been called.
Yeah. Well,
I knew we had gone too far when then that was like Friday night. I let him cool down Saturday. This track meet, right? Sunday comes around. Poe's favorite wrestler, The Big Show, wins the world title. I call him to tell him, and he goes, "Why would I care?" And I was like, "All right, he's still pretty mad, guys. He's still pretty mad. We fucked up. We fucked up on this one. We pushed him too far."
Love The Big Show.
Oh,
Doesn't get a lot of love out there.
He gets a lot of love nowadays. Loves Destiny too. Plays a lot of Destiny.
There's a little Netflix show.
I watched that.
Does he have a Netflix?
Yeah,
I didn't know
it's
that.
really fun. We watched it.
What is it?
It's not as good as the Young Rock, but it's him with a little family.
Oh.
It's him with his own little family, and they got a show.
Cheers.
Did a crossover event with some other families in there.
I
Netflix
love
as
families.
well. A bunch of families.
Hey, it's me, The Big Show. Meet my family, and we'll go meet other families.
I like the initial concept, though. You have a massive human being, and of course they gave him somebody who's really small, and it's like, all right, let's. I would have done more things about I can't fit in a bed or anything because I'm too big, but when I write season 2, it'll all work out.
Exactly. They'll fix it as they go. Now, Joey Noel has slacked me bad news, she says.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
She says Square Pie's guys are not delivering here right now.
Because of the rain?
I don't know.
Or the location? Have you gotten it
I
here
don't know.
before? Huh?
Greg Miller will figure it out for us. Now, Poe, you say you like The Big Show the most. Is that your favorite of all time, or is there some other ones? Who else is on the list, we should say?
And I want to one more time compliment the bad girl. Because you have 2 sips, and immediately I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
Now we're out of the range. Yeah, no, can't do that. Can't do that.
I liked the high flyers. So I really liked Super Crazy. He was ECW.
ECW.
Okay.
I go to the show, and he opens up these can't think of the word. The tables.
Tables?
Yeah.
The full wrestling tables.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
So he opens the tables up, and he decided to leave the legs up. He flipped it over and the legs up, and then he did one of the backwards flips type things, and came this close to losing an eye. And I was like,
Sweet.
that was crazy, and therefore
"That's my
super
guy."
crazy. I'm like, that's my guy. Yeah. So any of the high flyers, I really got into. I really, oh man, I'm gonna Lita. I was a big Lita fan.
She lives in the Bay Area.
No, I did not.
We're this close to her.
This close?
We can see her any second.
Oh,
Next
really?
time you go to Spices, she could be there.
That was like Stone Cold down in Gardnerville.
Yeah.
Like at any moment, Stone Cold could be at the recycle center. Put your jabroni ass in a headlock if you wanted to.
I don't know if he'd do that, but he'd be
I
there.
think he
Was
would.
he driving his car and throwing beers in the back?
Remember that story?
That video, yeah.
God damn. What an age to be alive. Rolling Stone did a cover on him, and the reporter talked about how he rode around in his truck drinking and throwing the cans in the back, and then when they saw police, he pulled over and made the reporter get behind the wheel.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Different age to be alive, y'all. Different age to be alive.
So now we get to have some fun. You brought up backyard wrestling, Greg.
Yeah, I did.
And now this is something you've talked about, but I haven't looked this up at all. And so I'm very excited to watch some of this with you. Now, is this something you and Poe are both in? Is it just you?
Oh,
Poe,
yeah.
are you in this as well?
You pull up the clips?
No,
we got-
we
we got
have just
it
the
up in
YouTube
a
channel.
second.
So,
Yeah.
again, ladies and gentlemen, remember, of course, Poe and I have been friends forever. We've known each other since the first grade. And then during junior high, right, was really where we started hanging out and playing Madden all the time together and coming over, and I would just beat the shit out of him. It was
Poe.
when I knew I was on another level of video games. There was one time, I'll never forget this, Mike. One time, his mom drove us home to go play, and, he got out of the car, and she's like, Greg, 1 second. And before I got out of the car, she's like, let him win, please.
No.
I kicked the
I used
shit
to
out
be
of
in religion class, just doing all, like, this is what Greg does. So if I run like a cover 3 defense and if I can blitz this guy here, like, I should be able to do it. Greg would take his guy, run back like 30 yards, not be facing where his receivers are, do like a jump throw for an automatic touchdown. I would lose my mind. I'd punch
See, what
Greg's
helped me
bed.
was the fact that I didn't need to worry about real football rules.
Yeah,
I knew
you
I was
never
playing a
do.
video game. I was coming in as a video game, and that's why as Madden's gotten more and more real, more and more grounded,
Ooh.
I get weaker. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's not the 2002 Mike Vick anymore. You
No,
know that.
no.
You're not cheating
Quick,
anymore.
quick question. Where is that YouTube link?
YouTube.com/@BYWF.
Or Control.
Oh yeah, I sent it to Control like you asked on Slack
Assets.control.
too.
What you sent it to me directly?
No, you said send it to Control, so I sent it to Control. Is that incorrect? Do you want to send to you?
Yeah, no, I mean that is correct. I'm just not seeing it here in Control. KF Control. I have the.
You see me saying hi?
Yeah, and it says kindafunny.com po. If you go up further,
I like
where's
Kevin,
all the juice.
that's on me. That's on me. Good call,
Greg
Kevin. I
doesn't
apologize.
deserve
I
credit.
But he
apologize.
has a message from me that has the YouTube
This
link.
is about me and Kevin's relationship right
Yeah.
now.
Now,
He
Mike,
has the
did you
message
send that
from me.
message to me directly or
No,
to
to
Control?
Control. To Control.
I'm not seeing that message from you.
Everybody,
either.
that's on me. I
Oh,
apologize.
no, I see it now.
Oh.
Good job, Mike.
Anyways, yeah, you can go to youtube.com/@BYWF. And so the idea is that, friends forever. We went to high school then, and there, of course, this is the peak of the Attitude Era,
Okay.
where we met two guys named Jay and Mike.
Okay.
One time, Jay came back to tell me about, like, man, me and my friend's backyard wrestled, and it was awesome. And he's like, we should do it. And I was like, let's fucking do it. And so my parents were the ones who were like, we won't have a problem with this. And so we all backyard wrestled for years at my house into an elaborate scheme, elaborate things all over the place. Jay is currently working on a documentary because none of us talked, we all went our separate ways. Me and Poe obviously stayed close, but everybody else, has different relationships with everybody else. For example, me and Jay, who ran this federation, didn't talk to each other for 20 years, 20 plus. And so he's gone on to have a very successful career. He works for Ronda Rousey. He's made a bunch of movies. He's working on some other documentaries.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I want to do this. And so what he did in 2021, right, was get an RV and drive around the country reuniting with all the people who did this in our our high school days and interviewing all of them. And so as he's been working on the documentary, he also said, you know what, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and just publish the shows week by week. He jokes around every week about us saying it's a 23-year tape delay.
Yes.
Because it's
that's great.
going up in the order we recorded them, heavily edited because we were a bunch of stupid idiot kids or whatever. But it's been cool. I know it's up there. He's been doing it. Jay was my manager at GameStop back in the day, says Dave.
Oh, sweet
I believe
Jesus.
it. I believe that 100%. But yeah, so there's this whole thing here of different stuff that's going on. Kev, if you want to start, I think the easiest one is if you scroll all the way down, there's you see Poe's face groaning. One more down.
Yeah.
One more down. There, create a playlist. Do that, because that's highlights. If you click on that highlights, you might get some good stuff.
Watch some of these. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this.
Fabulous Gula.
Now, Gula, we called Poe the Fabulous Gula
Love that car.
after the Fabulous Moolah.
That's a
This is
like
my
a-
house. This is my this is my front yard. We actually the only time you went to the backyard was for pay-per-views.
Okay.
Pay-per-views were in the
Okay.
backyard. Regular show. We called the show BYWF Jacked. It was in the
Yep.
front yard. Pay-per-views in the backyard.
Quick question. Since we're in the front yard, neighbors, what did they say or think about this?
We were lucky enough to have a big yard.
Okay.
And so,
Huge. It's massive.
yeah, we lived on an acre. You know what I mean? And so the neighbors didn't say much because they weren't
Okay.
that close.
That's nice.
I think I'd say there's three instances I really think. Hey, Kevin, you can play it on mute if you want.
Gee.
The three things I really think about is that the neighbors to the left of the driveway right here never really said anything. But
Okay.
one day, the woman who was an older woman came over and gave me a little movie camera lamp she bought. And she was like, I see you guys filming outside all the time. This reminded me. He's like, that was nice. The neighbors behind me, I remember, one time they came out and they were like, where's Gregory? Where's Gregory? And we were all like, it was like super weird that somebody was acknowledging what we were doing.
Okay.
Because we didn't really have that. That's Poe choking with a belt. Real good friend. And then at one
You
time,
hit me like 4 times in a row.
and also Poe hated cinnamon. He claimed to be allergic, so I threatened to. Here's my mom in the back just backing out. She just doesn't care. No one cares about what's happening these moron kids are doing. And so, one time strangers stopped their car at the side of the road and watched for a little bit and clapped.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
great. We
fun.
got an audience. Yeah.
But it's like both so cool this is happening and the documentary and that these tapes are out there.
Yes.
And then also so horrifying because as I've said multiple times, oh, you can try to crank up the quality, Kev. You're not getting anything better. Nice try. The problem we had, of course, is that we were, as you would expect, dumb 14, 15, 16-year-old kids.
Of course, yeah.
Where it was like, if we would have had the ability, if we would have been unlucky enough that YouTube existed, Mike,
Yes.
we would have published these, we would have never thought a thing about it, and we would have been in the principal's office in a heartbeat.
Really?
Because
Okay.
it was like, of course, for us, the storylines were pulled from your real life.
Yeah.
Oh, you like this girl?
Yes.
We're going to make a joke with this one guy named Noonan, who his whole thing was he would have sex with anybody that you even care, your parents, it didn't matter,
Okay.
right? So you would come down and we would sit you in the basement and put in another VHS tape, and it would be Noonan claiming like this like weird like fucking found footage porno. And like, oh my God. And like, we would talk about these people, use their full names.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
of course.
and it did. I can only imagine if you were a normal person, if we had put this up online and been like, you don't even know about it, but somebody's like, oh, they were talking about you and this fucking
Exactly.
bag. What do you mean they were talking about me? You go there and it's like the most unflattering. We don't know what we're doing. Everyone's an object. No one's a real person. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ, we were terrible.
And I also knew
Great.
nothing about wrestling.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you the first little update. We have his $500 there on.
Oh,
Hey, there we
13
go.
donations. I can read some of them off for
Yeah,
you too.
check
Thank
that
you.
out.
Remember, we are raising money today for Poe's students to send them abroad. If you want to help out, you can go to kindafunny.com/Poe. I only have if you're leaving a thing, make sure if you make the donation of any size, any dollar helps. Remember to leave a little note there so we can say something there.
Please.
But wrestling wasn't my thing, it was Greg's thing. Video games, like, yeah, that came natural. Like, yeah, this is fun, but wrestling, I don't know if I really like this, trying to get into it. And eventually, I think the first show I went to was Chris Jericho's, debut.
August 9th, 1999.
So that was like, oh, this is cool, this is fun. And then I'm like, I need to find a guy I like. So I'm like, the Big Show. Seems like people don't really like him too much. I like him. I'll go after him. And then when it came to backyard wrestling, I didn't even know what I was getting into this day when we started. I came from a cross country sectional meet. I'm like, hey, I had a good race. Things are good. What are we doing today? And all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, here we go. And I'm like, I don't even know how to pretend, act / get hit. And
Oh, none of us did.
yeah.
That's why it's so bad.
The idea that Cookie Sheet's just now like cracking you right in the head, like, oh yeah,
Sure.
maybe that wasn't a good idea. So but here we are.
And what are we throwing on everybody's face there?
Baby powder. I was a big fan of
Baby
spraying it with
powder.
baby powder.
Okay.
And if you're a longtime friend, you might remember I brought that back to what was it? SGX, whatever, the screw attack one, where
Okay.
we did a thing and I blew somebody in the face with baby powder there too.
Did they appreciate that?
Oh no.
That's incredible.
Again, it was one of those where they didn't know what they were signing up for.
Yeah.
That
You
was the
don't
one
know.
too where I spit water in somebody's face as Greg Miller, the heel. And afterwards, I ran up to him like, I'm so sorry. I was in the moment. Like, I know you don't know me and I don't know you. That was like, what? Because I did it and I was like, oh, this guy has like fucking green light to knock my ass out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I was
Green
just
light.
like, that's what I did. I spit water in your face. What's the big deal? And I knew it was a big deal.
Okay. Now, I would like to react to this and watch one together. So can we
Well,
find
here's what, Kevin, if you-
episode 1 or an episode
do the
of
one
this?
that I've
Let's
heard.
watch
Here's
some.
where I'd like to start. Somebody,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's gone by already, and somebody was like, hey, Greg, it's BOWs obviously was a joke for you guys, but do you think it helped your hosting skills?
Oh.
And I do. And I also think that you can clearly see where it all comes from. Kevin, can you actually go back to the screen you were on a second ago? And there you go. Scroll down to popular videos. And then if you can click on Greg's squirrel promo,
Yeah.
and we'll watch that for 3 minutes. Turn up the sound, and you tell me if this isn't the exact same fucking person you've been
Yeah,
following
let's do
for
this.
16 years on the internet.
Well, Jay, you beat me. In the grass. Like a squirrel. Squirrels eat grass, Jay. They eat it. I eat grass, Jay. That's my squirrel noise, Jay. Well, I'll be back, Jay. Probably a little bit saner, a little bit wiser, a little less hungrier. But you see, Jay, wrestling isn't about who wins or loses. It's more about who you play the game and what kind of squirrel wins. And in the end, Jay, it doesn't really matter who wins, as long as every squirrel goes home happy. Well, I think that's all that matters. I'll see you later.
One glove.
This is what I thought it'd be funny, and it was. It was hilarious. Brandon, this is just a voice message to Andy.
Getting the 4 Taurus together.
I miss this Taurus, man. I miss this
Big red
Taurus.
machine, he called it.
How old were you in this?
I must have been 16 on the nose if I was driving.
Amazing.
Even cars are like squirrels, Jay. They get hungry.
Used to go.
Never opened a trunk before in my life. I don't know what I'm fucking
They
doing.
really-
Went through a pint of oil each time.
Hey, don't be looking under a squirrel's hood. That's not nice. I'll see you later, Jimmy.
This is Jay filming, by the way. Just laughing the entire time.
This is at a point where the camera's not skipping and everything.
Yeah. Fascinated Jack, is this the car you had to turn on in a certain order? It sure is.
Yes, it was.
In the winter, this is the car you had to turn on everything like Apollo 13, where I could turn on the car and then I get to let it warm up, but then so it could go heat radio, but it couldn't go radio heat.
Oh,
That would
amazing.
short it out and crash it.
Amazing.
Keep in mind now too, as you watch this, my parents are inside the house,
Yeah.
and they could glance out any time at their
And go,
16-year-old kid
What
driving
is happening?
backwards down the street for no reason whatsoever.
our neighbors love us.
I
you
know,
what
right?
mean?
Yeah. What do our neighbors think about this?
You need to cut the squirrel part with something you've done recently.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Can you tell the difference?
Tell the difference.
Spot the difference.
Why are you eating so much grass?
I
Why
was a
is that-
squirrel.
Squirrels eat grass. That's what he said at the top.
don't
Listen
think they
for
do.
it. It's hard to hear. There it is.
The sound of a squirrel.
And then they turn the camera back on, right? This is just me running because I left my car running in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
door open. But this is how we did it. This is what we did with BYWF. You know
This
what
is
I mean?
terrific. I'm really excited. Let's get to episode 1 and let's watch one of these and let's see some moves.
I don't want you to start with episode 1.
Okay, we don't
'Cause
want to start. Are you sure
Go
about
back,
that?
Kevin. You go back and go to videos. Let me see what we got in here.
You do the classic when I get hurt. Everyone loves that one.
Yeah. But that is episode
Now,
1.
how
That's a
many
very
of these are
specific
there?
point.
How
Yeah.
many you think?
I have 24 different tapes at home. I think it is. No, I'm sorry. I have 13 tapes at home
13 tapes.
that all are like 2 hours. So like,
Oh my God.
yeah, we did a lot. You're not gonna run out of BYWF content.
Okay.
There's also a much better wrestler than I am in this who also has red hair. That's Mike.
Yeah, Mike's
so
amazing,
that if you
Okay.
see a good move, that is not from me.
Yeah, how many kids are involved in this?
There's a small group that
It
just kept getting bigger.
it started with the 4 of us. Yeah, Kev.
Started
So
with
here's
4.
what we'll do. If you can, click on BYWF episode 1, Barely Legal. It's under popular videos. It's the first one there.
Okay.
And then I'll basically, we had to do this warning, of course, because, or Jay did. I have nothing to do with the channel. Jay did this because, of course, we're a
this
bunch
is
of
like,
morons.
Yeah. I like that.
I think I have one of the good promo, don't I?
When do you drink the Downy?
Tonight
Is
you
it?
step into my arena.
That's when I lose the championship.
Not an arena somewhere else.
That's going to be a harder one to pin down.
You could beat me in my own house?
They cut the promo because Jay was laughing too hard, so then I had to redo the whole thing.
Fabulous Cooler? Tonight you stepped in the ring with me, my friend. For years you've known me, but something's changed lately. I'm not the same anymore, Fabulous Cooler. For some reason I don't feel pain. I don't feel it at all. And you still do. See, I've known you for years, Ghoul, and I know what makes you tick. And I know what makes you sick. I know you like to run. You like to run a lot, don't you? But that's not gonna change tonight. Tonight when we get out there, and you're thinking about how well you did at sectionals today, and how much you can't wait to go to championship crap downstate, that's what you're gonna be thinking. You're not gonna focus on me. You're gonna say it's Greg. I've known him for years, but it's not Greg anymore. It's Gruesome Greggy. Gruesome Greggy could care less about your track career. When we get out there today, Ghoul, I'm gonna take this trash can and I'm gonna pelt it off your face. And when you're lying on the ground going, Greg, what's wrong with you? What have you done to me? I'm gonna smash your legs. And I'm gonna put them in a ladder and smash them again. Until you can't compete anymore tonight. Once my hand's raised and the 3 count's been told, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna make you scream that I'm the better wrestler. I'm gonna make you scream you quit. Because you see, Pat, I know one thing that no one else in this whole entire
Just
fucking
go to Pat
federation
there.
knows.
Why
I know
not?
how to make you sick. Keep that in mind, buddy.
I made poor life choices.
This is awesome, Greg.
I was great
my
at promos.
God.
I was great at promos and terrible wrestling. So yeah. All right, so Kevin, in this video, jump to like 1340. This is the most iconic moment of anything we ever did. So you see us rolling around with that trash can that I hit myself in the head. You remember those, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
those metal sports trash cans we all had. You know they don't give, but we were using them like the WWE uses those shitty ones. So right here, Pat lands on it and like almost breaks his ribs. Like
It like collapses all around him. And I get the wind knocked out of me.
Oh my God.
And it was like that. It was like, remember, this is the first episode we've ever done. None of us have done this, so it's like,
hydrochloric acid.
is Poe hurt? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And like, Jay runs over, and just has the camera in his face, and he's like in so much pain.
There's a moment in there where I just say, Jay, as I'm reaching out
so
in
quiet,
pain with the wind knocked out of me. And I'm like, why is he not helping me? He just zoomed in with the camera.
Jesus, this kid's nuts. Y2G is nuts.
But eventually I wake up.
Yeah,
and I think
eventually
I'm upset.
he wakes up and hits him with a trash can or whatever.
Y2G.
Like that. I was a big Jericho fan. Y2G.
Y2G.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
It
Wasn't very-
in his bathrobe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's a great one.
I don't think ever gonna get up.
And like, Jay doesn't. Yeah, was he ever gonna get up? What's his problem?
Yeah, if you look at the trash can now compared to what it looked like previously.
And they regroup. I'm surprised we're not seeing any alliances formed. I'm not counting. Something needs to happen, folks. Ooh. You can't get to him.
And so now you say you started with
His
4,
legs are broken.
Yeah.
but it elevated to more.
We eventually had. Yeah, I would say.
1, 2,
I mean,
3.
it was a rotating cast, but if you active at one point, we must have had
My number 1 contender.
15,
They are
16
laid out.
kids who would be rolling through doing stuff with us.
People kind of learn what we were up to and then get interested in it.
Yeah, kids heard this. That's right.
And
They were like,
here
yo,
we
we
are
got to be
up.
involved.
The problem was a lot of times,
Welcome, ladies
you know,
and gentlemen, to
the
main
availability
event.
was a
Here we will
problem.
see the championship decided.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden it's like, you might have a person show up one time and they don't show up again because they can't.
Oh, this is a great
There was a comment earlier. Yes, there is somebody that got screwed out of the championship. That would be Camps. And yes, he did get incredibly angry.
That's like our best moment.
He took it very, very seriously, and we thought he was going to kill us all.
Medium mad or whatever. He's the champion, everyone, of the BWF.
Let me see if I can try to track that one
All right,
down.
then let's get this match underway.
Oh yeah, hold on. It just went
So you
out.
wanna
I
send
think
me as
because it's the
always,
one where
Mr.
I fake hurt my teeth.
Roboto.
Yes. Is it?
Yeah.
Coming out to shake hands. Good match.
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay,
Let's
Kevin,
go.
can you
Ding,
go
ding.
back to the video page and go BYWF presents Y2 Chaos?
We got really not good. Like we see, I see.
Not good.
Yeah,
we got really not good.
Yep.
But
If you look at the time from where we started of like, take that, Greg, take that, to actually like doing a move, it was quite the growth.
I love these
Shut
channels.
up, Jay! Mike, ever since I lost my championship belt to you, you pussy, my life's been a living hell. Not only did my mom throw away Snuggles, so I gotta drink Downy Care Mountain Spring. Smell this. Alright. It doesn't smell like anything. This isn't Snuggles. Look, is that a bear? No, that's some little child.
because he says Y2 Chaos is a fire name.
Right?
It was. That's why we did Y2 Chaos and won.
First, I think I'm gonna make you put your belt on line against, or not belt. That'd be too good for him. First, you have to fight my most dangerous foe, the Fabulous Gula, in a non-title warm-up match.
Yes.
Then I think you're gonna have to fight Jay, and then you're gonna have to put your belt on the line against that. It's him. It's that HORDCORECAMPIONE. Campione.
And so,
Unbelievable.
what's happening here is our favorite, which was, of course, kind of what Kind of Funny is when Nick says about the jackal shit.
Yeah.
Where it is, You slip up once and you will be mocked forever. And John was hardcore campione, but he misspelled hardcore once, so we made fun of him the rest of the time for it. And that's him filming, and he flicks us off because he's mad that we're fucking making fun of him. Like, we had no. I was talking to Jay for his documentary about this, right? It was like we had no lanes, right? We didn't know how. We wouldn't tell each other what you're gonna do. Like in reality, it would have been great to be like, "Hey, announcer, we're doing this thing, and it's gonna be very important to us. So if you could say this and film this, it'd be great." Instead, we wouldn't say that. They'd make a joke. We'd watch back the footage, get pissed off at you for making a joke about what we were doing. Like, how did they fucking know?
Memories. Do they have the one where you better be praying one with your little?
Yeah, somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
Only promo I was good at.
I'd like to point out that Triscuit, due to its exposure in the BYWF, is now being featured in mainstream movies.
What are you trying for?
Same for Billy Madison, folks.
What are you trying for? Is this the one?
Yeah, this is the best thing. Yeah, Kev, you want to skip? We're actually gonna show Billy Madison, so you probably should skip to like 3:30, Kev.
I love this. We're just gonna turn on Billy Madison and make promo. Yeah, let's just watch this. Let's hang.
This is the opening for the pay-per-view.
Big pay-per-view coming up right now.
Ladies and
We apologize
gentlemen,
for the
welcome
camera.
to BYWF's Y2 Chaos. Tonight you will see in a ladder match Y2G take on Pat Noonan. And who will win the BYWF Championship belt in a match versus where Hardcore challenges Mike O'Brien for the title.
Did you actually have a ladder?
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, we're building up to a bit here.
Those barriers were perhaps found.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now imagine I go to college and my dad's like, "What do I do with these barriers and shopping cart that you stole?" Just drop it somewhere.
Stole's a big word.
Dude, we abducted the shopping cart like we were abducting a child.
Yeah.
We had an unmarked van. We rolled into a Walmart parking lot slowly.
Oh my god.
Like somebody's looking at us. Or they're not looking anymore. Door throws open, shopping cart in the
Ladies and
thing,
gentlemen,
door
this
closed.
first match
Really
is
glad I
scheduled
sent
for one
this
fall.
link to my dean.
Introducing
Hopefully
first,
she jumps on to
You
see
know
it.
what? The dean's chill, I heard.
Gula. He is Mr. Roboto.
You're watching, Olga. Nothing but love.
The fabulous Gula!
Still got the trash can.
I thought those pants.
Well, the trash can then becomes part of the gimmick, right? Of like, that's how tough he is or who he is or whatever.
Yes, it's a red hat.
It's a red hat.
Shiny red hat. Yes.
No ring ever.
Oh, no,
the
God,
outside.
no.
Enjoy it.
That's way too much production value.
Okay.
We're lucky. I mean, these are the sheets I went and bought. I went and bought the plastic table covers from Walmart every Friday for a Saturday show. And then it's a piece of carpet that my dad carpeted the back porch. And so then when he had leftover carpet, I was like, "Oh, let us keep it." We used it as the rampway there or whatever.
The champion with a quick attack on Velocic.
Micah says, "You were the kind of kids my parents told me to
I'm the only
avoid."
commentator because everybody else is
Accurate.
Fun story about that. My
there
mom
we
did
go.
not want me to be friends with Greg and tried to ban me from hanging out with her.
O'Brien stomped
That's like in the first grade.
Yeah.
That's like that first grade. Let's not get ahead of
man.
ourselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, crazy punches, crazy punches. Velocic's crazy and he's giving crazy punches.
I think it's that red hat. It must have
Ooh.
something to him.
It's low.
Now, what were the rest of the kids doing here?
Oh,
Just
sleeper,
watching this
sleeper.
match from afar?
Well, as you can hear,
Where
it's
is
very
everybody?
windy out and it's
Okay.
extremely cold. So you would have the cameraman and usually another commentator, and then the rest of the crew would be inside watching
Like
through
rolling
the
around.
basement
He's hurt.
windows.
Coach, take advantage of this.
You see those basement windows there? Usually there's people there
Yes.
watching.
Oh, neat.
In the summer, it would just be everybody chilling out in the front
Head
yard
on,
watching.
That had to hurt.
If you can get behind the
see it.
camera, you can kind
You
of
can see it in
watch the
Mike's
whole
eyes
thing.
that that hurt. 1, 2.
Did we ever
Kick
talk
out.
to any girls during this?
Mike, we had our priorities. We had our
At
priorities.
one point, Greg and I tried to see how close we could get to hitting each other's face.
Oh, DDT.
And as we were doing it as hard as we
All wrong.
possibly could, we're like, I wonder what the girls are doing right now.
That was like the classic. There was like, for our,
drop.
if, you know, I'm not, I don't mean this in an offensive way at all. For our Alvin and the Chipmunks, there was a Chipettes group we hung
Okay,
out with.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. That's what
And
I
so
wanted to know.
the joke would always be we'd be doing something stupid like that, yeah. But there was a day where we were just like this, and then we realized how dumb we're like, what do you think the girls are doing? You know what I mean? It's like totally a fucking thing.
Whoa! Velocic doesn't know how to take that.
Actually, how can he fuck up if he doesn't know?
Ooh.
Did we ever get an audience? Did you ever
Watch
go
the
to the high
back,
school and
man.
say, "Hey, everybody,
Kidneys are bad.
pay-per-view this Saturday. Come on down
Thank
to
God,
Greg's
Mike.
house."
Again, we would have.
Defiance for
If we
a
had
third.
thought it through, we would have done it.
Okay, okay.
Remember, everybody, we are raising money for Poe to send
Running
his
by the tree
kids across the world to
looking for
Scandinavia.
something,
We're at
looks like you
$650 right now.
That's amazing.
We got a Jack Harper donation that says KFBF gang gang, and Christopher Teeny says KFBF Army. Thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen. Poe, of course, is launching this right now. If you're watching later on demand,
There's no way
please
to
go
fake
do
that.
it.
There's no way to fake a sound like that. No. That is just skin. One.
Then you just want to keep watching, or you want me to jump you around? Okay.
Oh yeah, let's keep watching this and.
Poe said he could win the
I'd like to
championship.
do more where
right.
like Greg and I are matching each other. That way you get that. Kind of
Okay, here.
Okay.
Do this.
There we go.
Kevin, jump me over to 3658.
3650.
Because this is another one that I thought was the coolest shit ever.
God, you are so cool, Greg. Just so you know, like this.
Me and
is
Jay
cool
were back
shit.
there. We're programming the matches and stuff, and like this was a bit. Again, you don't tell anybody else what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, we're going to a ladder match here between me and Mike for the championship.
So it's me versus you, Mike, in a ladder match.
I think earlier he promoted Noonan as a
Ladies
ladder
and
match.
gentlemen,
I'm
this
assuming
next
Noonan
match
didn't
is
come
a
or some
ladder
shit.
match.
I don't know.
For the BYWF Heavyweight Championship of the World.
soundtrack available very soon.
Where did we get the soundtrack? Was that just a
Everybody
radio
had,
in the background?
everybody had their own music.
Okay.
And before any of us had a CD burner,
Yeah.
it would be that somebody would enter, and then you open the boombox, put in the next CD, close it, skip to the track. And that's why people would like kill so much time talking out here or whatever before they could do it. Eventually we burned a CD and it was so much better.
Oh, God, those are the
Amazing.
days.
Look at the wind just ripping through the BYWF tundra.
Oh God! Draggy! Oh! He set up the ladder right away. He's gonna win the belt. He's gonna win the belt back. He's gonna win the belt back. Oh my
And your
God!
family was like, maybe
Oh
not the
my God.
ladder, or they were like, we don't care.
Oh my God!
Get his mom.
Get his mom! Get his mom! Get his mom! Get his mom! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Everybody just stand back! Everybody just stand back!
Again, I didn't tell anybody. Only like the wrestler, the commentator, and my mom know.
Is he all right? What happened? Oh my God!
Is that Evan?
Yeah, it's Evan. He goes, "Why are you still filming? Why are you still on the camera?"
Here comes Greg.
No.
Yeah. So I ran out because I had my mouth filled with fake blood. And then I got pushed and I hit the tree and I spit it on. My mom goes, "Who did this?"
Amazing.
So I'm trying to do a Foley thing here.
Yeah, I
you know?
love it. I love it.
Hey, guess I win that, huh?
I guess so. Oh, he's coming back! He's Foley, ladies and gentlemen! Oh!
How cool is that?
Greg is not too pleased about having his teeth knocked out. He spiked Ellie's
That was your
girlfriend.
mom running out with such authority
It's
and
also a
momentum
problem that
there.
like it had leaked to so many
Gruesome.
people that I think maybe one person didn't know what was going on.
Oh my God. Oh, his knee!
This is where I decided to
His
become.
knee.
I'm gonna drop the fun
my
shenanigans
God.
and become more evil or
Oh
whatever
my God,
too.
look at his face, ladies and gentlemen.
I take a
Look at
bump
his
on
face.
thumbtax here, but of course I'm a coward. I'm
the
wearing
next
a
BYWF
cardboard underneath my
champion.
outfit,
of course.
and because it's lumpy ass cold ground, no thumbtacks stick to me.
Onto
There's
the
nothing
box.
there to push back against the
Greg has
thumbtack.
shown it major intestinal fortitude, testicular
right, so now-
fortitude, every kind of freaking fortitude you
Kevin,
can.
can we jump to
He's an human.
4407-ish?
This is unbelievable.
There was a question about when did BYWF end. 2001 we graduated high school, but there was.
I feel like we maybe 2000 was our last one or whatever.
I thought we came back. They said they were trying to come back for one, James.
We did. Yeah, me and Jay argue about this because I don't think, not argue, you know what I mean, but like Star Wars Episode 1 kart racer shirt I'm wearing from fucking GameStop buying or
Oh
whatever.
my God, did you
So,
just hear that? Gruesome
For
Greg,
this one, what you need to
Y2G,
realize
the new
is, do
special
you
guest
remember
referee.
Bret Hart and the
And
Screwjob,
now,
the
our
Montreal
main
Screwjob?
event,
Yes.
it's
We
for
loved
the
that.
championship.
Okay.
We thought that was a funny bit.
If you were
comes
unfamiliar with that,
John
it's when Bret the Hitman Hart is
Campione.
supposed to give up the title,
His
but
hometown is
refuses
Montreal.
to, so they decide to screw him over and take it from him anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's when Shawn Michaels puts him in the sharpshooter, Bret Hart's finishing maneuver. Bret Hart's supposed to reverse it, but instead Vince McMahon told him to ring the bell. It's the moment that Vince McMahon becomes the ultimate evil in WWE,
Are you gonna win?
both in real life and in the thing. Bret Hart
Okay.
freaks out, yada, yada, yada. Camps here, as you probably can see as you look around, is the most athletic of the
and
group.
the champion.
Is
Very intense.
the most into this, wants to be a professional wrestler as well, all this stuff, right?
okay.
You know, in terms of all this, right?
Yes.
And so
Gruesome Greg, you want to make
he
Mike's life a
he
living
wanted
hell
to be the
even more.
champion, not only because
Oh.
it's fun to be the champion,
Oh,
but because
God.
he thought he deserves to
Is
be
he
the
drunk?
champion. And so we
Greg, you
always
see Tross?
kept the belt away from him, And so finally one day we said, all right, I'm going to go heel even more. I'm the owner of the federation. And then I'll be the guest referee. People won't see it coming.
Hey, Greg,
I
why
have
don't you,
a grudge
grab that
against
belt,
Mike.
that belt?
You'll win it here tonight. And he said, great. And instead,
suplex.
behind the
This is a
scenes,
brainbuster.
we were saying we're going to do the Montreal Screwjob, where Mike will put John in the
Brainbuster.
sharpshooter.
Brainbuster
I'll ask
from
him if he submits, and then I'll say ring the bell. And we thought, we legitimately were like,
Obviously,
oh man,
somebody is
John's
trying
gonna
to
not, he's
screw
gonna
over.
laugh. He's gonna realize what's happening and laugh. John does not laugh, Mike. John does not laugh at what's about to happen to him.
And he does not.
And it becomes the most tense moment.
I love this.
I guess
This
a
is
decent
exciting.
champion for
Oh,
him
man.
going there.
What am I? Am I the driver in this?
Pressure and he's
I
had
think you
3
were,
matches.
yeah.
I'm the getaway
Oh my
driver in
God.
this scene.
Paula checks out there sometimes.
That was unbelievable.
We all announced Hurricane Rana because I think that was the cue that we were going to go into the thing, and here we go.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter.
You submit, champion! No! He submits! He submits! Ring the bell! Ring the Mike, you're champion!
Mike is the champion! KBONI has been screwed! He has been screwed!
Here it
We're on the
goes.
move! We're on the move! Oh my god! We're on the move! This is like Blair Witch! This is like Blair Witch! Look at them all! Oh my god!
Kevin,
Oh
there's a
my
comment
God.
that it's hard to hear us
Oh, he's
between it.
getting
Can you
the
turn
comment
the
up. He's getting
them
comment
down a bit,
Oh,
the
man.
VHS?
KBONI is pissed. Look at him.
Thanks, baby.
There they go, there they go, there they go. He is fucking pissed.
And yeah, he
Oh
was
my
not. This is
God.
not. John is a lovely man. I hung out with him when I went back. Great dude,
Okay.
and a great person back then, even too.
go.
He's not acting here. He is legitimately fuming and furious at all of us.
It's like, finally my shot to be champion. No.
And so you'll see us in a second. Like we drive the car back, and it's like, is he mad? Oh, he's mad. He chases the car. He's just chasing the car down the street.
Oh, man. Do you still bring this up to him now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It comes up all the time. But I mean, you know how it is. Like I don't see John a lot. I don't know
Like
how
his
much
wife
Poe
makes
does.
fun of him for it. It's all good.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I can't. That's my favorite thing about the documentary. Is really getting to hear, like, because Jay went and had everybody watch the tapes and do commentary and all that stuff. Like to hear, like, 20 years later what it's like or whatever. Here we are again. Look at him. Look at this. Looks like out of a motion picture. Like this, like
There's a Rocky
squaring
movie right
off
here.
with the
It's like,
fucking car. Car full of cowards. There's one of him, and we're all afraid of getting our ass beat because we know how much stronger he is than us.
And I think I'm driving and I'm like, I think I'm going to scare him. I'll try and pull up fast to him. Like, probably not. Oh, yeah, bring it on.
When is this documentary supposed to come out?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a date yet on it.
Okay. Still working on that. I like that.
Oh, he mad says arcade.
Yeah, that's exactly the
When's
look.
the, he gets like a piece of paper, right?
It's coming out. Yeah. So another one is it for more background, of course. Remember, like obviously my mom was casually involved with BYWF.
Okay.
Number one crane operator Greg Miller. No, Greg Miller had no involvement with BYWF. My dad was a great dad, but you know what I mean, but not like the most like picking up on cues of what's happening in his front yard.
And apparently we're willing to put a basketball hoop in my yard right now, which
Of
is
course,
awesome.
we'll get to that later. But like actually, actively, like, if anything, Dad was probably mad at wrestling because it tore up the grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
of
it,
course.
got in the way of his lovely yard. He's good. See me here trying to talk to John right now, and John not having it. And so here's where things go weird. This guy is driving around putting flyers for a new sandwich shop in everybody's mailbox. And so, again, not reading the room. Because I guess how would you read the room?
Yeah, of course.
Jay is writing help on the window.
And he gives John this piece of paper for the sandwich
flyer.
shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flyer. Super awkward thing, right?
Who's filming?
Polachek is, I believe, right? Because he said earlier he didn't know how to do anything. So then he walks over here, still pissed. I'm like, hey, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. Boom, he'd already torn up the flyer and nails it against the window,
The great
right?
stick right there, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Again, like you would think we rehearsed or had some kind of blocking for this, right? No, this all just happens naturally or whatever. Me just trying to talk him down of like, what are you going to do? Like, what's happening? Like, why are you like this? Blah, blah, blah.
You soon seen appearance from Greg's dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dad.
I enjoy this scene very much because he doesn't walk down the driveway. He chooses to get in a vehicle.
I forget. I think he was going somewhere. Or was he turning the car around, probably doing an oil change or some bullshit? I don't know. Some dad bullshit.
He
you
hops
do.
in the car.
Look at this weird stone lamb we had in our front yard. Why do we have
got
that?
a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on. With the
You can
bare
see
ass trees. Just,
you can see where the match was. I mean, it's far away.
a lot
you
of
got
land.
a lot of land.
A lot of land.
They put 2 houses on it now. Very sad. And we fade to black.
No, we're gonna come right back because again we just.
And
now we
here
come
comes
back.
John
And
with
I
a check.
remember.
I remember he's gonna break the.
He's gonna break the window. This man's crazy. Look at, we're still not out of the car. Like, you know, time has passed. We still have not left the vehicle. That's how cowardly the 4 people in this car are. Paul checks on the outside and they're like, "What is going on? Like, what do you want to do?" Like, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah.
And he'll choose to sit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wish we had better audio on what I was saying. You know what I mean? Of like what we're all trying to. Paul checks king of paper.
I remember, I think I moved because, my dad needs to go somewhere, Poe, so move out of the way. Okay.
Yeah. And so that was the thing where it's like, again, my father doesn't pay attention to the wrestling, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't think twice, I guess, other than this is so stupid or whatever. Drives out, right? And I was like, oh my God, Dad has read between the lines.
He's here to save us.
He knows we're in over our head. He can see that this is wrong. Dad drives out, drives up to our car window, rolls down the window, and he's like, Gregory, pick up the paper. Rolls up the window and goes back to just turning his car around or whatever.
No shit. No shit.
God damn it, Dad. All right, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Then I get up, like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you're gonna beat my ass, John, or I gotta pick all this shitty fucking paper you tore up the
Pick up
grill.
this paper, bro.
Whatever, karma, I guess.
Like we're in the driveway and he gets in the car to come and contact us.
Look at you getting. Oh man.
My dad told me to pick up the paper.
I
That's
gotta
what
pick
he
all
told
this
me.
paper now or whatever. And then we really cut there, yeah.
Memories.
And then so like the make good on it was that we filmed an episode that was John did a gauntlet match and beat all of us to get the championship. But we all agreed how stupid it was. That we then cut that episode and erased it from history to give him a real thing. Instead, this is what it was, that I had a hamster that Jason had named Ginny and that he was in love with. And so what happened there is that Jay came in and found that John had killed Ginny, and that made him barf into the toilet I was sitting on.
Okay.
And that's his Ginny's corpse here.
Campy only snapped in his vicious rage today and killed Ginny. I guess he does deserve.
That's my mom's plate collection in the back, if you're
Oh,
aware.
gotta have that. Gotta have
Dad
that.
got one every year.
We're stable now, right?
I put Ginny's body in his mouth. Now again, the thing we hadn't thought through, right? The thing we hadn't thought through was that it was just a bunch of paper towels we had wadded up, wetted, and put food coloring in, and then carried around for hours. And so then I did that, and just red food coloring went everywhere on Mike's face.
Oh.
That's what we did. That's how we did it back in the day, you know?
Absolutely incredible. And what is this YouTube channel people can go watch and
This
get
is
lost
at
in?
youtube.com/@BYWF.
Okay.
We apologize for the things that are in there.
Jay puts one up, I think it's every Saturday as it continues to
I feel like
go
some
on.
great reactionary content is on the way with this one, Mr. Right. Just get lost in it.
Kind of funny, yeah. No,
Oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt from laughing so much and smiling. What are we at? $650 right there on that donation list. Thank you all so much for supporting Poe and the students out there on taking this awesome trip.
700. Thank
700 thanks to
700 bang right
Jennifer
there.
Margos, who said KFBF Army. Thank you so much for supporting Poe.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we didn't have it. The Square Pie guys isn't delivering.
I mean, I think we got to go with the logical next step.
Liquor guys next door?
Quiznos.
Where are we going to get Quiznos from? You know?
I have rules, man.
I know you
I have
do,
a code
bro.
that I live by.
I am so impressed by you that you drew the line. Girlfriend pulls up the Quiznos.
Probably led to the
says,
breakup.
"No, I'm not going."
Probably led to the breakup where she was like, I cannot be with
This
a
man
crazy person.
is a psychopath.
Yeah, this man
who will not even walk
Eat the
on
goddamn sandwich. Who cares?
We also got,
Unhinged.
at one point, money when I was running in college. We got money to go to Quiznos, and I refused to go in there. And yes, all of it adds up.
It's amazing. Greg, do you have something like that where you refuse to go in? Is there a spot where you've drawn the hard line?
Are there anything? Are you convicted about anything?
Yeah.
No, I don't care about Pepsi. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
There was that time I couldn't go to Blockbuster because I got in a hit and run.
Do you want to tell that story? The important thing, people, is when you have a best friend and they tell you, I just lost my moment when I was cutting into the camera. There we go. When you have a best friend and they put their arm around you and say, we got to get the fuck out of here right now and don't ask me any questions, you get in the car and you don't ask any questions, okay? And this was a Greg Miller story.
So that's Ford Taurus you saw there.
Yeah,
I loved
that. I like
loved
that.
so much. I should have never gotten rid of it. I, at one point, after a hard day's work at Petland, went to Blockbuster to get a game or a movie or whatever it was on the way home before I went and got a pizza. And I was backing up out of a parking spot, and I rubbed up against another car.
Little touch, little kiss.
And so I was like, fuck. And I pulled it. And I'm like, again, like 16. For Petland too. That was like my first job, 16. So I pull it back in to the parking spot, get out. It's just a little scrape on my end. I go back over to this car, and it is a piece of shit. Like, this car is beat to fuck. You know what I mean? And it's that thing where I'm like, I might have caused this one. I don't, and like, I'm trying to line it up, and I'm doing stuff, and like, people are seeing me a lot do it or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, well, and then like, the trunk was popped open. Like, it was just, the car was like, looked abandoned, right? It looks just destroyed. I do the thing. I go and I write a note. I'm like, hey, I hit your back into your car or whatever. I'm so sorry, blah, blah. Call me this number, blah, blah. And I put it under the windshield wiper, and I went home. Well, I called mom, of course, crying probably. Then I went home. I get home, I have my pizza or whatever, and it's just like, nobody calls that night. Next day, nobody calls all day long. I think it was a Friday, and then it was Saturday, and a Sunday, nobody calls. And like Monday, I went back there, and that car was still there. Note's still there untouched. And I just walked over and took the note. I'm like, this car fucking sucks. And it clearly has been in a million different things. No harm, no foul. No big deal. Weeks later, maybe a week, whatever. Let's go to Blockbuster, Poe. We go to Blockbuster, and we're in there.
Which is what you did back then.
We're picking up,
Friday,
looking at things
Saturday
or whatever.
night.
We're separated. And I feel it. Somebody's eyes on me.
No.
And I'm looking over there, and there's just a Blockbuster like manager, whatever, clerk staring at me, and I'm like, huh. And I keep doing stuff, and I look back, still looking at me, huh. And I just go to Poe. I'm like, Poe, don't ask any questions. We're gonna go right now.
We gotta leave.
And I stayed away from that Blockbuster for like a year and a half.
I had like a movie in my hand. I just dropped it. Just immediately walked out the door, and I'm like, he'll tell me later. Got back to the house. He filled me in on the situation.
I was like, all right, well,
man,
that's what you do for a best friend.
I still am Omega Buster. Now I know who hit my car. Greg, your car looked like shit. It had a million other dings and crap and scratches on it. I couldn't even tell if it was my scratch that was on your car.
I feel the statute of limitations passes you on this time, so you should be good. And
Yeah,
by the way,
you're
a long time ago, people commenting about the person who did the Idaho killings. Again, some criminologists take the field a little bit too seriously, okay? They get really into that. You've heard about this scenario?
Oh, I'm well aware. My wife, of course, is like every other woman that age who is obsessed with this kind of shit.
True crime.
So what she loves to do is text Poe about the true crime. And she's like, Poe, did you hear that? Yada, yada. And Poe's just like, some people take too much enjoyment in this.
When you're teaching a class on serial killers, perhaps you look around the room and see who's taking notes a little bit too well.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So
Who's
you
a little too into
gotta be aware of that.
I love it. That's the age we're in. Just always into true crime podcasts, true crime TV shows. Just that's it.
Exactly.
Right
I think Saturday Night Live did a cool thing about that. I'm like, what are you into? Like, oh, let's sit down and snuggle for the night. Oh yeah, here comes the crime murders. Let's do this thing.
There was a good tweet that went around, and I'm going to butcher it, but it was like, I'm walking home alone. I'm murdered next to an alleyway or whatever. 10 years from now, some woman like, well, what's up, murder babies? Let's talk about this. But first, an ad for Squarespace. Does your website need
Yeah, that's good stuff there, boys. You talked about working a hard day at Petland. Can you tell me about that? What was Petland like?
Sure, I worked at Petland.
I don't even remember you worked at Petland.
That was that summer, right? I did it summer. Yeah. You knew the job wasn't good when I was like, you know what? I called in sick to play ECW on PS1. I was like, that's what I'm going to do today. It was new. It was new. It was brand new.
ECW game. Yeah, doesn't come around.
Remember, it was when Acclaim took over ECW after WWE went over to AKA. I worked at Petland. It was a pet shop.
Yeah, okay.
I have lots of great stories from it. You know what I mean? Came home with too many dumb pets from it. I got the hamsters from
You're just showing up with pets.
Yeah, well, you get there, you like, I'm like, this is fun. This will be easy. Why not bring home a fucking hamster or two? Like, this fucking sucks. Hamsters suck. This is a stupid pet. You know what I mean?
Don't have hamsters. Is
I want to say I brought him a guinea pig from there too. I remember I had a guinea pig from there.
They don't want to be a pet.
That's not a good. No, they want to be food.
Exactly. They don't want to be a pet.
I had to wear a safari outfit every day. You know what I mean? I had the khaki safari shirt,
khaki. Yeah,
shorts. That's what you worked in there.
Bet you looked great in that.
Sure. You know, you sold puppies out of it. You know what I mean? Frowned upon in this day and age. But you had puppies there, and you got bonuses if you were the top salesperson of the week.
Okay.
My first day, I sold like 3 puppies.
Oh,
I like fucking crushed
Sure,
it.
not that puppy
Never
mill?
had that again. I'm sure they were from a puppy mill. I'm sure they were from a puppy mill.
Yeah, back then,
Absolutely.
yeah, of course.
The 2 big stories from Petland, some I'm sure I've heard before, were I almost lost my eye to a parrot. That close. Because it was that we had 2 parrots, Daisy and Sergio. They
Yes.
were a couple.
Okay.
And you'd play with them and they were fun. Daisy was always more fun than Serge, but no big deal. And one night at closing, I was putting them away, and I made the mistake of having the cage door open, and I had Daisy on my right, Sergio on my left.
Yes.
And I went to put Daisy in and instinctually brought my other hand back towards my face. And if I wasn't wearing my glasses, I would have lost my eye, because Serge just went ka-chunk, and he scraped the glasses and then bit onto my cheek.
Yeah.
And he like latched onto my cheek.
Ooh.
And it was that thing where I put Daisy down and then like got him off and put him down. And I had a bruise for a couple of days, if memory serves. And it was like, man, that was close. That was no good. You know?
That was a moment, yeah, okay.
And then outside of the ECW take a day off work thing, the other story was it was my final day. So it's a part-time whatever job. This isn't my career, right? Final day. I'm also 16, which will explain where this is about to go and how I don't know how to talk to adults, even though we're next to like a Garibaldi's Pizza and a movie theater and yada yada. So sight, as soon as I see you come through the door, and I'm not judging, I know if you're here to actually buy a dog or play with a dog.
Okay.
Because everyone's coming and play with a puppy, of course, especially on a date. You know what I mean?
You got the read.
You bringing the family in? Is this your 3rd visit? Like, I know if you're actually here to get a dog or not. So,
La-ti-da, man. Maybe I'm trying to impress my date.
you know what? Before we go to this movie, let's just buy a fucking dog, you know? This guy comes in with his girl. They've got the Garibaldi's Pizza cup, and either they're about to go to the movies or they've come from the movies,
course.
right?
Yeah.
And now, I mean, again, I'm 16. Now looking back, maybe they were 21. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they weren't adults by any stretch of the imagination. You know, he's in a tank top and like Adidas pants. She's in whatever outfit. They're kids. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so they're looking at all the dogs in the thing, and I'm explaining to them. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that. Blah blah. And there was one little, just fucking whatever min pin maybe. I don't even remember what it was. But it had just got there. It was so small. What's wrong, Joe? Oh, sure.
Come get a drink.
No, what do you want to do, Joe? To give us ideas.
Yeah, Joe, we need some help.
All the fun things.
I know. We've had such a week of eating out because people went over. Poe, what do you want to eat? What do you want?
I don't know. It's not going to be helpful.
Thanks for nothing.
Well, I like the square pie, guys.
I know, I put that in your head.
I like the all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue, you know?
That's not helpful for
I know,
lunch.
right?
That's not a lunch.
Again, I think the Mr. Liquors next door, wherever.
There's that taco truck in the parking lot. That's a good taco truck, yeah. A burrito.
Is it good tacos, or is it like Kevin's version of what he thinks good Mexican
Here
food
we
is?
go.
Oh, are you calling out the Kevin Coelho right now?
Really, who he's calling out technically is Tim Geddes.
Okay.
What's that place?
Gordo. He didn't like Gordo.
God.
Yeah,
I thought you were calling out Michael.
It was a weak Gordo day that day. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
about
Joey,
it.
for helping us. Yes.
Figure it out.
So this little dog had come in.
Yeah.
It was again puppy mill probably, right? Way
Yeah.
too young to be
No Quiznos.
there, shaking the entire time,
Okay.
like super sad. And there was a note on the thing that was like, "Sorry, I'm new and I can't come out yet. You can only look, don't touch."
Okay.
And so the guy, and again, last day, going through the thing, guys talking about his dogs. He's like, "What about this one?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't bring that one out because it's
Good
so
choice.
new, you know." Blah, blah,
Two
blah.
baby, yeah.
He's like, "Oh man, but like, you know, well, it sucks. What if we really wanted it?" I'm like, "Oh, if we were a serious buyer, I could get it." And he goes, "How do you know I'm not a serious buyer?" And 16-year-old Greg Miller with no tact goes, "Oh, I can tell just by looking at you." And he's like, I guess like even though he wasn't in it, this was like an affliction wearing shirt.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
exactly. Here it comes,
What
Greg.
the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I'm like, oh well, I've made a quick. And I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna put the dogs. And it was like we were off to the races. You know what I mean? And this guy's like, "Where's your manager?" I'm like, "I should right over there." It's my last day. What do I go?
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
You're out here in flip-flops with no wallet. You think you're buying a puppy today? This isn't happening.
And so like I went back and I was just playing with Daisy for a while, and like the girlfriend came back. She's like, "You're gonna get fired." Yeah, I'm like, "I'm sure I am, miss. Don't worry about it." You know,
If you only knew, lady.
And then they walked out. But that was like the big one of like, oh man, it was like one of those few times in my life where you said something, whoa, should have said that. That was not the right. I made the telltale dialogue choices pop up. And I'm like, oh, this guy will remember that.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to remember this one is right. That's awesome. But what about you? What were you doing back then? Were you working at some job like that?
My jobs back then were, I was a caddy, and that was awful because of fair-skinned. I burned like crazy.
Man, me and Poe have so much
yeah.
in common.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Just
God, yeah.
torched and awful. And,
Torched.
And then there was like, you see the levels of like the rich elite, where like one guy had bought a caddy, but wanted a cart, so he just had me run after the cart. For 18 holes. No! to give him a club. And honestly, because I was a runner, it wasn't as bad as actually lugging that bag up and down, but I did think it was like, I feel like this is the social elite I'm dealing
That's
with here.
amazing.
So, all right, let's do some running. I was a bagger at Jewel, and they kept sending me out there with black jeans to get the carts in like 100-degree heat. I'm like, this is awful. And then I was a scooper at Oberwise, and it was like, oh yeah, like here we go, like doing this type of thing. And my manager kept doing like nitrogen whippets, which I thought was very weird, but yeah.
You're in charge, sir. Whatever you want to do.
Anything to get through the day, just kill some brain cells.
So that was those were my jobs. Eventually, when I got into college, I got to work like security at a mall, and I just had to walk around all day and break up wannabe gang members, and that was fun.
Oh.
But yeah, the outside job was not for me at all. But yeah, scooper at Oberwise, and yeah, that's an ice cream place if you're unfamiliar with it.
Of course. Watched an old lady once break her wrist trying to scoop ice cream.
Jesus Christ.
It was like, well, you can't be scooping ice cream again.
Was she one of your employees or whatever at the resort?
Yeah, it was just like, oh man, The ice cream gets so hard overnight all of a sudden.
I mean, I learned a
And
couple
it's like,
tricks there where like you have the scooper like in water, and you can do that.
Water all the time.
That's
That's
awesome,
right. But just battling that, and you're looking at her like, oh, lady, we got to get you on like hand out the pizza instead. You can't be doing the ice cream.
Fun fact about Oberwise: the large sundae and the regular sundae are exactly the same amount of everything, but the glass is fake. It has a false bottom. So like you think you're getting more. Take that, Oberwise. He's kind of crazy.
Maybe they changed it.
He'll probably sue us. He's a politician with a lot of money.
Is that still around?
Yeah, Oberwise is still out there.
still
I mean, the stuff is good. I mean, like it's really good, but the guy is out there. But yeah, the false bottom on the large glass, and then they put a whole bunch of things to make it look really big. But yeah, you're getting the same amount of stuff with a regular as a large.
Slide to your door. I've never heard of Oberwise. It is very much a Chicago thing. I don't expect you to know. Wherever you are.
Yeah.
This is funny. I've never heard of this place. What's this fucking talking about?
Like
Remember when Andrea told us she used to do whippets? I didn't get the rest of it. It already gone.
That's pretty much it. I mentioned whippets to Andrea. She's like, oh yeah, I know whippets. I'm like, really? She's like, you grew up in North Dakota, man.
That is the only way you can get by.
gosh.
Okay. Is that why she's a Vikings fan?
Oh, that's some funny stuff. Well, we watched some backyard wrestling, which has been a blast. Greg, give us the update on where we're at right now, because of course we're helping Poe and his students over at what college, Poe?
Benedictine University in Lisle, Illinois. Come see me. Become a criminology major.
Wow.
I can teach you
That's
some
kind of
stuff.
cool. Yeah.
Currently, we are at $720
Thank you.
raised. Again, we just launched this $20,000 goal.
Yes, we did.
Kevin had slacked me, I assume. It might have been Barrett, but it was Control, saying, I think you should set a $2,000 goal. What could we do if we could get Poe to 10% today? We're not far off. $1,300.
What if we hit $2,000? What could we do? Is right, Greg.
You
Let's
tell
think
me.
of some ideas. Well,
Chat, what do you want to see us do if we hit $2,000?
I like that. That's a good idea. Chat, what are some fun ideas you'd like to see? Of course, we can do it today. We can do it anytime throughout next week. If you have some fun other streaming ideas, we will do that for you. Let's help Poe hit his goal for today. $2,000. Let's set the bar right now. Let's
We
try
can
to
do
hit
that.
that.
Very doable.
That's doable.
BYWF reenactment. We would fucking die.
Oh,
Can I
my
climb this?
gosh.
Is it strong enough?
Oh, sure, yeah. That's the hardest part is like eventually, so what happens eventually is Fabulous Gula, who you see in the BYWF tapes, dies. He's put in a buried alive match and he's buried alive. But then Poe comes back. Poe comes back, and that's Poe then from there on out.
Okay. Go through a table. I am willing to be put through a table by Greg
We do
Miller.
not have a table that could put.
Yeah, but we could do it next week. But I did say
Let's just use the
that
lunch table. We
if
just
the
won't tell
Buffalo
Nick.
Bills won the Super Bowl last year,
Yeah.
I would let Greg put me through a table for the Bills Mafia. I'll do the same thing today. If we do $2,000, me and Greg can be put through a table. That's option number one. We'll talk about that. I like that
Here's
idea.
what Joey's come. She's come with a radical idea. What about a little original Joe's for lunch?
Oh,
They do pizza, they do subs, they
I'll
got
tell
all
you
sorts
what, I
of stuff.
love Original
Joe's fantastic.
Original Joe's. Great little date spot, too. Cute
course.
little atmosphere. Great spot there on the corner. Got some beautiful windows covered up by some palm trees. Great spot. Original Joe's. Check that out. Of course, if you're up in North Beach, I'd still go to Tony's over Original Joe's, but
They're
Original
different
Joe's great food.
experiences, though.
I know, but
Tony's like, I want pizza. And
you
Original
put me
Joe's like,
next to
I want a
Tony's.
martini. I want
Yeah.
a plush leather booth.
You put me next to Tony's, though, I'm going to Tony's no matter what.
Murder party post solves Andy's death. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No.
So are you like really good at Clue then, Poe?
I enjoy Clue. It's a lot
Okay.
of fun. Yeah, trying to put the pieces together. You know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
I like that. How about like escape rooms? Are you good at that?
Normally, yes. I can solve some puzzles. You know, unless we're doing some of these drinks from next door. But yeah, normally
This drink has slapped me in the face.
I feel good.
Just so everybody knows.
should go. It should go.
I'm ready to,
pretty well.
when we finish the stream, go review some video games very seriously.
Kind of anime is going to be something else, is right. I like this one. $2,000 and Poe shaves down the mustache to be like Mike. We can be mustache bros for a couple days.
I don't mind doing that. I
how
can do that.
fast
All
is it-
right.
Yeah, I like, you want to do that?
I want to see this more than
Okay.
anything. $2,000 raised. We have a Poe and Mike just looking
Yeah.
at each other, looking at
That's,
exactly
that's
like
on the
Mustache
board.
bros.
I will guarantee it right now. If we get the $2,000, we become.
While we're live,
Yep, live.
Do we have the equipment to do it?
Okay.
While we're live?
I'm sure we can make
I
that
was going
happen,
to
right?
say, Poe's here till Monday, too. He's on the podcast Monday.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So on
you'll
Monday,
accept-
we could reveal
sure,
the mustache.
we can do that live in the podcast.
Oh, I love that.
You
We'll
gotta
both
keep yours.
shave
You gotta
mustache.
keep yours.
Okay. I was about to shave my
I know
mustache.
you were.
Yeah,
You
we
said
become
Do it.
twins. That's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
okay.
I like that. I like that.
Great. We love that. We love
Two
that.
bros, same mustache. If we get to $2,000, remember, even just $1 will help get us closer to
Yeah,
that goal to help Poe and his students.
And because it's a a university, it's supposed to be a nonprofit, tax deductible type scenario. So they should.
It's a write-off.
It's a write-off.
A little
correct.
write-off
So
right there. That's right.
I know that unfortunately you just got through taxes right now, but if you're looking
Think
for
about
that
the future
that,
you.
that 2023 taxes, that's right there for
Look
you.
at Joey coming in with those sci-fi headphones
I
right
love
there.
it. I love it. Oh, get some
Oh,
food there,
just
Poe.
turn it
Put some
on,
stuff
Poe.
in there. Get some stuff in there.
All right, well, Greg, while we do that, grab that controller. Let's boot up some Madden, and we're going to take it back to the old school days where we're playing some couch co-op Madden here, and let's play some football
We're
together.
not co-op. We're going to
What
get
are they?
You're going to go head-to-head
What are they
against-
known
Here's
for?
what I like seeing.
their
All the
chicken parm
TikTokers
sub is
playing
really good.
3v3 Madden, where we're all three on the same team blocking for each other and stuff. Really like seeing that.
Cool.
Interesting. I like that.
I've never had anything bad.
Boris, at 10K, commit a federal crime.
Favorite thing from the
Joe's?
West Portal original Joe's?
That's a little mini Joe's,
Yeah.
Little Joe's. No, only me and Kevin have pulled up to Little Joe's. I've never ordered from Little
I'm
Joe's.
not going to do it, but I would
Whoa.
imagine that chicken parm sub is amazing.
Oh, okay.
Should I
What are you
do
gonna
it?
do?
I was thinking about doing a slice of pizza and we're gonna get some wings to share, right? We're sharing wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Wings share happenings? I don't
Yeah,
know
we'll
about
get some
that.
share wings,
All right.
yeah.
Then I'll do the chicken parm.
Okay, fair enough.
Greg the squirrel needs to come back.
Yeah.
That was a very great promo.
Thank you.
I like.
I tried, you know
I
what I
liked
mean?
all of those.
right.
That's really
Here we
funny.
fucking go.
So you were fully
Here we
into
fucking
it. Yeah,
go.
give it to me.
God
I don't know
damn
what
it,
happened.
Xbox.
I
Kevin,
apparently
don't
screwed
show
up
the
entire
gameplay,
phone.
'cause
I
I
was
have to
trying
type
for
in
the
the
chicken
Ken Party
parm
Wi-Fi.
and
Don't
garlic
do it.
knots.
Don't
but
do it
anyway.
yet, Kevin. Don't show it yet.
It's showing. Please hold.
Garlic knots seem good too, right? Yeah.
I was gonna
Get some of them. Yeah, Joe.
Not everything on
whatever normally comes on it? Yeah. I don't like when they do you want also this lettuce? Like, no, I don't need that.
Noah has answered the call and donated to KindaFunny.com/Bo. Happy to support the students. Also, was cool to see the video of the screw job and Greg's dad yelling at him, pick up the paper after hearing about the story for years.
That
Thank
was
you.
something special. Kevin, are we off?
Yes, that's correct. We
Thank
are
you,
in fact,
Kevin.
off. Well, I mean, they just can't see it. Oh, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe stick your head out and remind him really quick.
He's turned off his mic like a professional.
Look at that. He's been around.
What's all
Joey,
about?
what are you going to order?
I might
Joe, we're having trouble hearing you because you're not mic'd. If you want to yell into
Okay.
Greg's chest, that'd be
Oh,
great.
meatballs. There's a meatball sub here?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that energy.
I'm also going to do a meatball sub. That sounds good.
How big is a slice of pizza?
Yeah, that's a problem.
$4.50. I don't think so, right?
You would hope so. Have more clear. Joey, help me with your incredible eyes. Greg, scroll down. I'm looking for Super Mutant Football League or something like that. Take a look for that one.
Biomutant? I just saw Biomutant.
No, man, you remember Biomutant? No voice acting at all? Oh, here I am. Okay. Mike.
Oh, man. Marvel Heroes Omega. Remember?
Remember that, Greg?
What a time
What
to be
a
alive.
time that was. That's right. Mutant League football, something
Well, you
like
said
that.
Super. I came all the way
Yeah,
down
well,
here.
let's go to M's. You know what I mean? Let's go to M's. I'm trying to find something that's also like NFL Blitz type vibe. There you go. Mutant League football, I think. Football is also smart. Joey, you're very smart. There it
Mutant
is.
Football League.
Yep, download that for me. Just hit the download button on that.
You got to buy it.
No, that's Dynasty Edition. Go back one. You're pressing a lot of A's. You had it for a second. I'm going to get a meatball sub.
Put 2 of those on there.
Would you like a meatball sub, Kevin?
I would.
Are we doing a different
got it.
football game?
No, we're going to do both. I'm just
Sure.
downloading a little blitz for us. Oh, will you pass that
Sure,
to the
sure.
lovely Joey, please?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joey.
You got that installing? You're great. Okay.
Are we still on?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We never cut.
Did Greg ever tell you why he used to be the Green Bay Packers?
No, don't bring this up.
No.
I'm going to go pee.
Oh, okay. So me and
I
Poe
already
get to
this.
burn you.
I
Okay.
was raised wrong.
Poe, pass me that one.
None of
Yeah.
my parents liked any sports. What do you want me to do?
Let's do
They
it.
got
Poe.
a
Why in God's name would he be a Green Bay Packers
He'd be the
fan?
Green Bay Packers because it's a G on the field, and G stood for Greg. So
Okay. Yeah,
growing
yeah,
up in Illinois, you know, you're raised to be a Bears fan, but Greg didn't really understand that, so he'd always be the Packers, and it took years to realize, like, why do you like the Packers? Well, they have a G on the field. Like, oh, that's for Green Bay. Yep. That was his thing.
That's Greg right there, huh?
But Greg would beat me all the time. So at one point, what I would do, you might be able to help me with this. There was a system like in between the PlayStation 1 and like right before that. I felt like there was like a game cast. I don't know what it was, but I can't think of the system. Whatever it was, though, I ended up like getting so frustrated by Greg beating me all the time that I took a guy behind the line of scrimmage, waited for him to snap the ball, and I just tackled his quarterback far, everything at the time, and I hurt him. And I was like, yes! And it was a 15-yard penalty, but I was so happy.
But you got him down
Yeah,
one.
knocked him down.
I love
Absolutely.
that. I love that.
So we would do Packers-Dolphins lot because I was a big Dan Marino fan growing up. Because
Okay.
if you grew up in Illinois, the Bears offense was very sad with all the runs and punts that they did. So.
Well, let's take a look now. Now, do you still play video games, Poe?
I do. Not as often as I would like. I do MLB The Show a lot.
Love MLB The Show. Yep, of course.
And then, Fortnite with my son. That's a lot of fun.
Fortnite with the kiddo. That's awesome.
Yep.
How's your Fortnite game? Are you good?
Not as good as his.
Do you
now.
got game?
Yeah, now he's like embarrassed by my playing ability, and he hates the way I play because all I want to do is kind of like hide in the corner and slowly advance, at the last possible thing. Try and come in contact with no one if possible.
I like
and
that
he's out
gameplay
there
style.
like, I've already got 10 kills, Dad. I'm like, I'm hiding in the corner. Like, I'll get back to you later. So that's my gameplay there. But I was telling Greg, I wanted to get him into some other things, so I brought back Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Killer. Yeah, that's a great time.
Unfortunately, like the price of the instruments is insane right now because they stopped making them.
Yeah.
So I found my old ones for the PS2, so I hooked up the PS2. And
good for you,
It
Poe.
took 15 minutes to get the system to actually acknowledge a disc is in there, but then he just played Rock Band Legends on easy, and he went through the whole thing. So,
That's great. I love that.
So that was fun, and yeah, he's getting into it. So then, it's like now he's on to Guitar Hero 2. Sorry, Guitar Hero Legends. Sorry, and now he's on Guitar Hero 2, starting with that one. So
Favorite song for him to shred on Guitar Hero? What's the song he clicks on the most?
He likes Cream. What is that one called? Oh man, I can't think of the title of it.
I'll tell you what, mine was always Message in a Bottle.
Nice.
You know, I know Freebird went wild, but I'll tell you what, Message in a Bottle for me, the best.
I like, for me,
Message in a Bottle.
Oh man, I was all over that with Guitar Hero.
Sunshine Your Love for my son Jack for Cream in 1967. Good for him, liking the classics. But for me, it's anything Ozzy and Black Sabbath, like Paranoid or Bark at the Moon, I think is available.
So now this is the fun part.
I'm
playing
not
a little
available.
couch competitive.
Yeah.
Press that Xbox button in the middle of that jewel, they call
You
it.
can see how much I know about an Xbox system.
It's embarrassing. He was like, I'm going to download it. I was like, I could. Oh, he's already downloaded
Am
it.
I my guest? What am I doing?
Just press guest is right.
He's
Just
sick
add guest.
nasty.
Sick nasty. That's what I'm trying to get real toxic
So how do you
in
wanna do this,
Halo.
Well, you're not being the Chiefs, that's for
Well,
damn sure.
here's what I would say. This is something the one and only Sean Norton taught me.
Okay.
Both for this and wrestling.
Okay.
Where we go and you randomize 3 times and you pick from one of those teams.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I love that idea. I've never done that. I think that's a
Okay.
great
Well,
idea. Is that what we're going to do today then? Let's
Yeah.
do that. Okay, everybody randomize.
I mean, me and Poe haven't either of us played this Madden.
Yeah.
Poe hasn't played Madden.
oh, guess what? It's the same Madden as 1997. Nope.
No, I just
Give us an excuse to be mad at the game.
Because apparently I have to look at my receiver to throw him the ball, which I think is crap. I should be able to look over here and know that he's over
It's
there.
all the same. It's all the same. All right. Well, let's hit randomize number 1. Let's see what we fall on.
All right. That
We got the LA. We got the
Move
Las
over
Vegas
one. Are you all the way
Raiders.
over?
I'm red, right?
Yeah, he's
Just
the
make
blue.
sure. Just make sure.
Yeah, you
All right,
gotta
so you
go
give me the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay, you didn't randomize yet.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go off 3.
Okay, we go. Okay. Next one,
Okay.
Poe.
82 Raiders.
Bengals with a little Joey B. Okay, not bad.
I'm afraid to go another round. I think. Or do I get to go back to look
Yeah.
at it?
Oh,
Greg
yeah,
said you get
you
to
were-
pick
you
out.
were
okay.
going
I thought
through
it's like it's going. It's right
No,
here.
I
It's
love
here.
love
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
You get to see all
love
3.
this.
The Pats.
Or the Pats. Okay, well, we don't like Mac Jones.
I'm
so
gonna go
sure
with the
that's
Bengals.
All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
Joe's shiesty. Everybody loves
Here's
Joe.
my first.
Okay.
Colts.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough pull.
Bengals.
Okay.
Packers.
Oh, man, it's meant to
You want
be.
to go old school?
No, I'm not. I refuse.
It's almost meant to be.
Oh shoot!
Whoa, whoa,
Nope,
whoa.
shoot.
What happened?
I hit A. Or B.
Press B. You'll be
Sorry.
fine.
Go back. Went
Hit
too far
play
back.
now. You're fine.
You do it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm on it.
There you go.
So I was Colts, Bengals.
Colts, Bengals, Pack. You got Rodgers, Bengals versus Bengals, or
I'll do Colts.
I don't even know who's on the Colts. You really going to select the Colts?
Well, I don't want to do
didn't know
Bengals
how
versus
big that-
Bengals.
According to the rating
Yeah, I agree
system,
with that.
And I
I'm
don't
only
want to be the
one away.
Packers. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's a...
Especially in Green Bay. I don't know.
Nobody
If you
likes
can I get
Green
an
Bay.
extra random because of the Bengals?
I mean, I'll give you an extra random. I don't like the Bengals versus Bengals. We're not doing.
Oh,
It's meant to be.
Fine. That'll do. What? No? You want to see your heart break in real time again?
I just enjoy the fact that you're going to get a scrambling quarterback. Classic scenario here where he's just going to run all damn day.
All right, is everybody good? Greg, you still have one more dirty girl somewhere, or maybe they took it, but you got the pink panty dropper still if you want another drink.
Okay. Are you having another drink?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
What's
And
this
then I'll see you guys in a
offensive
second.
focus thing mean?
I have fucking no idea.
Is this our plan?
Apparently, yeah. Maybe it gives you stats boosts or something. I don't know.
All right. I want to defend Greg. I'd like to defend his medium pass.
Yeah, I didn't even touch this one this year. Usually do what, like 4, 5?
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Welcome to Chicago, a beautiful day. Wrong.
How do you feel about them getting the new stadium?
It's fine. They're trying to make a big deal out of it, but like most fans are like, "Oh, you're moving to Arlington Heights. Have fun." It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If anything, it gives more land for tailgating and things like that. But the mayor is running for a re-election, and she's she's officially lost the Bears. So it's
oh my gosh.
like, we could do this stadium. Like, you're not going to, but yeah. They're like, look at all these cool venues you could go to if you had this ticket. Like, I don't have the $1,000 ticket, so I'll never see it. It really does work out well for you, scrambling quarterback.
Sure.
So what is the Madden? I haven't played in years. Do I have to like focus on them to throw, or?
I think they got rid of the cone shit. I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm sure it helps, obviously, to look at it.
Yeah, I do miss the Arlington track. That was kind of fun to see the horses. I think there's a speed burst here. I don't know.
We're learning together.
Yeah, but you played in the last decade.
Sure, but I have not played recently at all.
And then, where's my guy? That changes guy. Okay. No Hester back there.
I know. Those days are long gone. Oh, coach.
God, I can't believe I slugged.
Interception.
Easy.
Easy. It's gonna be a rough game. It's gonna be a rough game.
I'm gonna do swagger. I like that he hit him in the chest. That was nice.
Raleigh wants to know, did Poe like Ghostbusters Unleashed? Didn't even play it, did you?
Didn't play it yet.
Fucking bastard.
I have it.
Fucking bastard, I
Sometimes
said.
we have jobs to do in life.
I got a job. You see me playing games.
It's related to your job. All right. Does anyone do this coach's suggestions?
I'm sure somebody does. Who? I don't know.
What snaps the ball, eh?
Just a reminder to people that watching right now, Poe will shave a mustache if we hit 2,000 by the end of the stream today. $2,000. All you have to do is just gotta stare. And they'll have a glorious mustache like Mike.
Where are we at now?
$975. Only $1,025 away.
Chump change.
Chump change! Let's get these kids to Europe.
I move over.
Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. Well, I'm trying to open this up on my phone because I lost power on it.
Okay. Probably not gonna get a playoff in time because I can't seem to go up or down on this thing. My timeout button. There we go. Yeah.
KindaFunny.com/Poe.
How do I move up?
We're at $1,085.
Nice.
Nice.
So if I wanted to move my play up, like, why is this not working?
Well, I think because it's not a play. Oh, you're right. That should work. Hit RB.
What's
R1.
R1. Thank you.
Go to formations. You're like,
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Well, at least it's something.
Thank you to Candace Robertson for the donation, Edward Woods for the donation, John Minichelio, Jonathan Punk.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Only $900.15.
Come on!
$915, that's what I meant to say.
All right.
Alcohol definitely doing its job.
It's at that part where I want more, Kevin, but I know that's a mistake.
Just take a little more. No one will judge you.
A little more.
You know, one more glass.
One more dirty girl. Oof.
Ah! Shake and bake! Ah! Swagger. Well, let this be a record. I'm beating Greg. I'd like to quit now.
The deeper we got into the games, the more that happened. When the more realistic all the games got,
That's
when I
true.
could have just thrown a double coverage for no reason, it'd be fine.
Kind of funny audience. When Greg used to play basketball games, you didn't know when you shoot at the top of your jump.
Sure. Remember that NBA Street game where I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why can't I do anything?
LS? Is that
Left
stick?
stick, yeah.
Okay. Do I use A to snap it? Okay, never. It doesn't help me with the Xbox controller, which I never play.
Yeah, right.
All right. Way to go, Bengals.
Got you right where we want you.
So I think B changes guy, just so you know.
Okay.
You think there's a speed burst in this game?
There must be. I assume it's R trigger.
I am definitely not a true gamer, but thank you. Nothing beats Tampa 2. That's what Lovey taught me.
Man, he's got fired again. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Got the Bears' #1 draft pick because of it. You don't run the ball. It must feel very uncomfortable for you.
You know, I still to this day, I cannot do it. I try, though. I
You
know,
know
I know I'm supposed to run the ball.
You know you want to throw it to one of my guys. Come on.
God damn it!
Oh, yeah!
2 for 2. I thought I could get that a little bit in front of him. Woo!
Oh, you did not go to Mizzou, correct?
I did not. I went to St. Mary's in Minnesota.
St. Mary's in Minnesota, chat. There you go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gun. Shot.
All right. Dark Knight pose here, and he's got Greggy's number.
Make a move. Oh, we have a third controller coming in, huh?
I have a third controller.
Here we go.
Once
Mike,
you
is your back?
slap
Is
each
your-
other, all three of us. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks,
Let's do
Kevin.
that.
Oh, God. Get him!
I have a third controller, so once you two are done beating up on each other, we're all going to team up against the AI and play together, which I think is super fun. So we'll do that together.
Sounds good.
Here we go. Get on.
Greg, I see you're down 7 already, which isn't good.
Oh, I've thrown 2 passes, both are interceptions.
Oh, solid, Greg. Making some really solid
Playing like the real
decisions.
Bears. Playing like the real
that
Bears.
is true. That is true.
I'm gonna knock this
But
baby
unlike the
through.
real Bears, I think you have a fully healthy Justin Fields or whatever his name is. So.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
little
God.
Shake!
Open the door for him. Open the door for him, Bengals.
Yep. Leave the door wide open for him right now. Now, who did get the most wins out of the two of you over your friendship, you think?
Oh, yeah, that's
Like,
great.
if we had
all
the
way.
constant tally, who's up?
Basketball games, I beat him. Everything else is Greg.
Okay.
The worst is, like, before, there was, like, Twitch out there, you watch your friend play, and Greg and I used to pass the controller back and forth to each other, like, okay, this is your guy. Greg would go for so long that it would, you're in the advanced levels before I get to play. And then...
That's a great find. That's a great find.
So then, of course, when you pick up the, controller after an hour of,
That's
a
a little
person
T-pose
playing, you
for
die
you.
right away.
That was the Madden charm right there for you. I watch a lot of Madden YouTubers, and every single time it's just like watching FIFA or anything else. All of a sudden, I want to spend a lot of money on Ultimate Team because I think I got what it takes to win Ultimate Team. And then I put together a squad that cost me about $150, and they suck. I was like, I spent a lot of money for this one.
Oh, you finally completed one of them, though. So what's Ultimate Team? How's that work?
Ultimate Team is the card collection game. Have you seen that one yet at all?
Not really.
So you collect cards for each player, and then you can put them together on a squad of 22. So 11 offense, 11 defense, of course. But you get to pick who's on each team, which is fun, right? So your favorite Dan Marino can be thrown to Ocho Cinco out of the, the Bengals, which is really cool. It's a fun idea. It's just a big money pit. The idea that you got past 3 dudes is very lucky.
I know, right?
That's wild that you even got past that one. Good stuff.
Oh, come on.
Find a little energy here, Chicago. Okay.
Don't worry about it. We got it. Had to shake off the ring rust, you know?
Post route right there.
One missed field goal leads to the end.
That's the thing, can't give me any daylight.
Nope.
Now, Chad, who do we got? Do we got Poe with the Bengals? Do we got Greg with the Bears? Let us know in the chat right now who you got. And don't forget, if we hit that $2,000 goal, Poe will shave a mustache with me on Monday. Podcast will look good. Mustache Bros. Let us know.
Randomly Googling the rules of sports.
Now, Poe, when was the last Madden you played?
I don't know. When was the PS3 out?
Oh my! A decade ago. Okay. Been a long time for Poe.
Been a little while.
Now, Greg.
Yeah.
What about you? I know we've played a little WWE, but like, when was the last time? Okay, we've played a lot, but when was the last time you've played a lot of Madden or a little Madden?
Dude, it's been forever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little Madden. Like, I went down for that charity competition, did stuff there.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned a Smosh Madden thing I did, which I vaguely remember.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I haven't gotten to Madden and sat down and played it and been like, I want to like run a season and do that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
2015, 2016.
When they had the long shot campaign.
Oh, yeah, you know how much I love
that.
Here's a long shot, here's a long shot. Ooh.
Yeah, they ended that, right? I don't think they did that these past couple of years. Yeah, exactly.
Which sucked. It was great.
Yeah, it was interesting to see them double down on that. You know, 2K doubles down hard on the story campaign, which is very bad. Very cringeworthy.
Which is terrible on every idea.
Exactly.
Oh,
Nobody
come
likes
on!
Got to find that opening. But this is a good game right now. Second quarter, Bengals on pursuit here, on the move. Greg, do you remember the Game Day football game by 989 Sports?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Game Day.
Remember that? Sony PlayStation?
NFL Game Day, I think is what it was called, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they called that? Yeah, I remember that. I was still playing. I was Madden through and through.
989 because that was their address down in down south.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that. I remember 2K had their own football with, I believe, Terrell Owens on the front.
Boom! That was me, baby!
A big
Because I didn't know the button. Like, what's RB?
Too bad. Watch my signature.
It did nothing. Oh, geez.
Here we go.
Now, Poe, you talked about your kid being into Fortnite.
Yep.
Any interest in sports games?
Yeah, he, can I call timeout?
No.
Yeah, he's a big baseball player, so
Okay.
MLB The Show each year we do. Most of the time it's the well, he'll do some franchises, but he'll also do the like to the pros type thing.
Road to the Show.
Yeah, Road to the Show. Yeah.
God, MLB The Show, probably the best sports game out right now. Just with what they do, that team is very talented. Poe, way deep. Just
He's open.
Talking to absolutely nobody. I love that. Love that.
The old days, a guy would show up for you.
Come on!
Greg, you got a user pick that.
No, let that go. I don't want to fuck him up. I don't want to get in his way. That's the kind of shit I do, and then he loses that step, and there's a touchdown.
Okay.
I'll let the computer do his work, all right?
All right, I respect
I'm paying
that,
him for a
respect
reason,
that.
all right?
Get the computer out there.
All right.
Poe and I have played hundreds
How
of
many
games.
games? Yeah, how many
Hundreds
games
of
do you really think? 1,000? Probably 1,000 plus, right?
Maybe.
It's been a while.
But what I want to throw out there is the one time, I'll never forget it, we were playing the NCAA. And it was, we loved to crank up the snow and have that going. You remember this?
Oh, yes.
And threw it out of bounds for a touchdown. And they registered as a touchdown even though he was behind the goalposts, like when he recepted it. Poe was so furious. He was begging for, how do I run?
Hit that sprint button on R2 and just start taking off.
R2, okay.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble getting into. It won't let me move on game plan up or down.
I think you
You
selected
need to
that,
press
though.
the bumpers. Yeah, press B. And then on the bumpers, you can go. Now you're on coach
Yeah,
suggestions.
but right here I can't go up
But
to.
you picked that. I think you picked that.
Oh, so that's
you
my
picked
game
that game
plan.
plan.
Yes,
Got
that
it,
is your
got
game
it.
plan.
They'll let me do those, but nothing else.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Oh, he wouldn't have caught that. Come on.
Greg's feeling himself in the pocket right now.
Feeling it.
I mean, that's got to be one of the most iconic Madden songs back in the day. That one's a great one.
Dang it. I was trying to call timeout.
Too late, buddy.
Too late, buddy. The ball's been snapped.
The same play over and over again. Call timeout.
Little 5 and in route right there for Greg. He
Get it
likes
done.
that. Uh-huh.
First and 10 and do it again, my friend. Thanks, Lee Corsa.
Only play you got.
Hey, man, if it works, Mike knows what I'm talking about.
If it works, you just keep going to it. Go to the well,
It works
Greg.
if you work it.
Doesn't beat the Tampa 2, Greg.
I'm still thinking about that guy who ripped up that piece of paper and just somehow threw it perfectly against the window.
Loved it, right?
Just so perfectly.
One piece stuck nicely. Very good.
No, we can't hear it at all. Is that the fridge?
Get it!
Oh! Wow, almost.
I like that he doesn't care about the clock. He's going for
I
it.
think I can get it in and have 1 second left on the clock, motherfuckers. Let's go!
You
It's
gotta-
football! It's Madden time, baby!
Oh,
1 second left!
1 second left.
Fucking call
That
it!
is garbage! Somebody do the actual clock counting here. This is insane. Come on.
Get it up there.
Come on.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
Mike, are you watching playoff games this weekend? Yes, wild card weekend coming up here. Going to be very exciting. Of course, you have the Bucs versus the Cowboys on Monday night, which is going to be good to see. I mean, can Dak Prescott finally prove to me that I should, root on the Cowboys at all? Or is it Tom Brady time once again with an 8-8 squad, If you're 8-8, maybe you
I
should make
feel
the
you have
playoffs.
more options than that.
Yeah, well, there's more options. I'm just saying, those two jump up to me particular. I think about that game right there. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, so I'm waiting for the Bills to play. That will be exciting. They play against Miami. Tua is out, so that should be an easy win. My concern, of course, is them bumping into the Chiefs, as we all know. So let's just focus on that game is what I want to get to. Pat Mahomes, everybody makes the joke. Biggest win of the season, Pat Mahomes somehow quieted down his wife and his little brother.
I heard about
No
this.
antics
I
on
heard
the
about
sidelines
this.
from those two at all. Don't know how he did it, but he did it, y'all. He did it.
Oh.
And of course, we don't talk about Denver. Russell Wilson did not ride. He took us to the wrong direction, so that was bad.
So who is your go-to team?
Buffalo and Denver. Grew up in Colorado.
Okay.
Father's from Buffalo, New York, so of course we're Bills fans at heart. So yeah, Bills fans and Broncos fans.
Okay. God.
Oh, Greg, you're playing some great defense right now. He's
He
eating
just
Poe.
blitzing everybody.
He's eating Poe. Also, can't count out our 49ers here. In San Francisco, Josh Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, taking his team to the playoffs. Last pick of the draft, Greg Miller.
Look at him.
2 injured quarterbacks. Now he's number 3. That's a big deal to step up and lead this team into the playoffs.
Just to be clear,
Let's see how far they
San
go.
Jose 49ers.
Santa Clara, 49ers.
Santa.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
No, yeah, we don't say that. We don't say that.
I
Even
just
though
said it.
you're right.
You know what I mean?
Brock Purdy. Did I say something different? I don't know.
How do I change guys? I didn't know. But I don't understand. When we go head to head and there's a chance to hit A.
You're on fire. That's a first down.
I think it's like a tap thing.
Yeah, to
Like
see
five,
like
five,
who
five,
goes
five.
forward or
Yeah,
back
yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Okay. That's about as much football as I know, ladies and gentlemen. So I gave you as much football as I can give you. Don't know much more than that when it comes to playoffs. Do you two keep up with football? Are you big football fans?
I do. I was a little worried
Okay.
about coming out here because I figured Greg wasn't going to watch any.
I'm Tom. You're totally fine having him. Yeah, I got to take care of Ben.
But
Yeah, Greg's a father now. He's full dad mode. How's the puppy?
Great. Cole's doing great. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we got a
Very
puppy
nice.
now.
He's very scared of Poe.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
okay.
warming
Was
up.
very unsure of him last night.
Oh, into the hand.
Got away from
Man,
it, got
that
away
was
from it.
something, Greg. Holy
Got away,
smokes,
all right, everybody
bro.
calm down. Everybody settle out.
We got lucky there, that's right. But for you, Poe, you're still keeping up with the NFL. What
Yeah,
do
I
you-
watched every Bears loss this season.
Oh, of course. That was a tough season right there. What do you expect out of the playoffs now? What are you looking forward to?
Why did I take it?
Get it off! Come on!
4 minutes just. I like Buffalo. I just want some new teams in it, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick question for you guys. Do you want it so it's just the gameplay? Because if you give me 1 second, I can set that up.
What is it now?
Oh, never mind. It is.
It's just the gameplay for us
Perfect.
over
Yeah,
here, Kevin.
yeah. I'm
We
so
love
smart. I already
it.
set
We're
it
having
up
fun
right.
with this. Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, this Jolly Ranch is hitting pretty hard.
Right? Man.
Now, the question is, do I do one more?
Come on.
Always. Because you have lunch coming, Kevin.
Yeah, it's true.
You and I
I'm no
both
longer,
getting meatball subs.
I'm no longer driving to the P.O. box.
So much for that play.
And you only went with a slice of pizza.
Oh, there's wings and garlic nuts, too.
Oh, okay. Poe, what did you order?
What did I order? Parmesan chicken parm
Yeah.
sandwich.
Good call.
And
good call.
garlic knots with it, but I thought it was kind of like for the group. So we'll see. And
There's wings, too.
Or there's wings coming.
Now, do you think they'll be as good as Square Pie Guys?
Oh, no.
Because nobody's delivering on the wings here in San Francisco.
The wings at Square Pie Guys is, I don't know, possibly the best I've had.
I really like Patchy's wings.
They're good.
Mike, you have
about
something
Andy
on the
Cortez?
P.O. box that has been a few weeks now. Oh, that's great. Well, Kevin, one day we'll go get it.
I'm on Monday. I keep trying, and
Hey.
then the world stops me from going.
Andy Cortez, hello, welcome in.
And you'll have to make this font really big for Mike to read, huh?
Yeah, and they barely read it as is.
Mike, let's
barely
just go
see it.
get you glasses.
No, I got it.
You really can't read that.
It's a little fuzzy.
Well, also,
so
where
How
are
are you
you?
going to tell this to me? That's like 12-point font, and that is...
12,
That is
20,
not 12. That is fucking
Mike, that is almost
Chat,
250%.
What I
normal
like is it
size.
makes it look like we're really popular because it bumps so fast.
yeah.
2 messages make it look like we're
It's
fucking
like, oh,
popping
man,
off over
shit's
it.
happening
We're the new
over here.
PewDiePie, you know what I
The
mean?
usernames take up a quarter of the screen. What are you talking about?
Oh,
It's also a
man.
blue on blue, though. Can we, I can't see the names when it's blue on blue like that.
Damn, somebody in chat
Do you
just
get
said
what I'm saying?
Monday's
You get
a
what I'm saying?
holiday.
Blue on blue.
Are they going to be open? They're probably not
Now,
going
did
to be
you
open.
just come to talk shit to me, Andy? What's your deal?
Cross mount Mike.
Oh, and he dropped it.
Okay. Cross mount, Mike.
Or cross mount. Or like cross mount. Like MYKL.
Clear
We can't hear you,
clear the
Mike
mechanism.
Cal. Yeah, I like that.
Can I ice him? Oh, he loved it. He loved the pressure.
Crushed it.
Do you have time to play a
Or a
Madden game?
touchdown away from the window.
Yeah, we'll see.
Are you
We'll
sure?
see about that.
You put everything behind you, come play one game.
I'm sure.
We play 2v2 against these guys.
I can't. No.
Oh my gosh.
Play 1v2.
It doesn't work like that, Andy. It's not as fun. It's got to be 2v2. You come back 15 minutes from now. You come back. No, 15 minutes from now. Can we change the Twitch names to like whites so I can actually see their names?
I don't think we have that sort of control. I can look into it. Give me 1 second.
It's just weird that it's blue on blue. That's an odd choice.
No, I think that the problem has more to do
It's
with
more
your
your
eyes.
eyeballs, yeah.
Okay, well let's not point fingers. Okay, let's
Well,
just
I mean, I
let's
feel
point
like you're
fingers at
pointing
the
fingers
Twitch
at
chat.
At the chat, yeah, there you go.
Now,
Get him!
Poe, it's the fourth quarter. You're gonna need to step up right now, so we got to figure this one out.
Adrenaline enabled. I don't even know what just happened. Like that one bit.
On one, ready?
It's not looking good, Mike.
For Poe.
Get it!
Come on!
Chat.
It's not looking good for Poe, that's right. Yeah, I think it's because we're using the restream, Kevin. You know what I mean? I bet you if you went to Twitch chat only,
You know, what would it be? Yeah, but then we leave out all the YouTube best friends out there.
go half and half like I do. Half
What
and
you
half.
could do is open up your phone and hit the restream chat and just see it there.
No phones on set. No phones
Well,
on set.
I mean, but like.
Yeah, that's the same game!
Put him
Throw it
up.
up, motherfucker!
Put him up. Put him. Andy, grab a controller. Come join us. Let's play a little 2v2, Andy. Don't walk away from me.
I think maybe doing your job might be more important, you know?
No, Andy's just creating the
One
inevitable.
blocker.
He could play this.
I'm talking about you reading the chat correctly.
No, what I'm telling you, Kevin, is the
I hear
very
you.
weird
I
blue
hear
v
you,
blue.
yeah. But I can put it on the iPad. You want to look at it on the iPad? No, it's not a phone.
No.
Now clearly Greg should just run the clock out here, right? That's the move.
That's not what you do. You know that, Greg. You
Run
go
it
for
up on
blood.
him,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly. You have one rule when it comes to Madden. You better run it up.
Every time I run the ball, fucking lost the yards. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
You know,
Mike, how
so
about you
when
just
you
get some
hike,
fucking reading
are you
glasses?
going into turbo immediately? So what I found is you got to like wait on the turbo sprint, right? You're looking at the hole, and then you hit the sprint.
I'm not turboing immediately.
Okay, because I turbo immediately all the time, and that was
That's what-
how I
that
elevated my
ruins it for you?
gameplay. Yep. You wait a minute, find that, then smash the turbo.
my automatic timeout button.
This guy. Which one? The two pictures.
Okay.
Cheeseburger,
Hamburger.
Windows.
Windows.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Xbox.
Fucking
Select.
excellent. Why did
Select.
we have to do that? Just
Select
pause
button
and
is it.
select.
They won't let
Everybody
me jump
knows
off sides. I'm trying to get back there to hurt you.
Remember that time you hurt me when we
Yeah.
were playing? Yeah.
He said
What
that
was the
story while you
system,
were
though?
gone, yeah.
I couldn't remember
That
what
was
the-
Genesis.
Genesis,
That was
okay.
yeah.
Genesis. Okay, I was not thinking Genesis.
2-minute warning at 1:12.
I know, I call timeout.
Oh, okay. It said 2-minute warning.
Glitch in the system. Next button.
Glitch. We'll glitch in the system.
Fucking EA.
Oh, Greg Miller lobbing it up on a punt, leaving the door open for Poe.
Not really.
You get a touchdown, you get that 2-point conversion. We go to overtime.
Your math work? Oh, yeah, I guess so. All right. Here we go.
All right, Poe, this is up to you right now.
You get your ass sacked again. It's an embarrassment.
That'll happen.
Remember, everybody, we're raising money for Poe School. Send kids to Scandinavia. Go to KindaFunny.com/Poe right now.
That's
to donate.
exciting stuff.
If we get $2,000, we're going to shave Poe's beard into Mike's mustache.
And we're
Yeah.
only $880 away from doing that.
Oh, we're
my
making
math
great
might be a
progress.
little wrong there. 890 maybe? I don't know. It's tough to do math when you're a little tipsy. You know what I'm saying, Chad?
some dollars away.
Yeah. It's not far. Less
Right
than
now, we're at
1,000.
890. We're 890 away. We have
890
11-0.
That's basically what I
Okay.
just said, right?
Is this one of
I'm
those-
confirming. I'm confirming.
He's confirming.
Is this
He's
one of
letting
those
you know.
streams where we
bro.
keep, like, each trying to hit dollar amounts keep going, or how's that work?
No, listen.
No. How long we got?
Oh,
We're gaming. Don't worry.
For a
We got a
while?
whole
Okay, we
nother
got
game
time.
for
We got
sure
time.
to
Let's
play.
see.
Chicken bake.
keep them in bounds.
Now, I think Poe One timeout remaining. So got to keep that in your back pocket. But also not much time remaining. Going deep with Joey B.
Don't do their job.
Let the AI do their job.
I take over. He loses that snap ball.
I respect you for that one, big dog.
Mike, would you have any interest in going to Tahoe today?
Today.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would you like to go?
You guys' lives are
That's
crazy.
not the question.
Yeah, I mean, of course, always. I'll go back home at any moment.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Say the word.
That's what he looks like when he's lying.
I'll have my bag. Oh! I'll have my bag.
Flag! Throw the flag out of
Immediately.
Holding.
Paul just hit me up and said there's an option for us to go stay at a cabin with friends. We got an extra spot open, but we got to go today.
That penalty is declined.
Yeah, something to think about.
Not as bad as I thought.
Oh, gives the ball up to on fourth down. Game
Is
over.
QB Neal?
Okay.
Timeout.
Oh, okay. Let's see how bad we can make it look. Let's see how bad we can make it look.
You're going to QB Neal, of all things. All right.
You're gonna go.
All right.
You should air it out right now.
There you go. Hit resume.
Poe, you try.
There we go.
You gonna air it out?
Yeah, I'm in it, man.
You wanna
Loft
go?
it up. Leave it up there, Greg. Leave it up there for a second. See if Poe's got some hands.
I picked him off twice. Then he learned what he was doing again. That hurt me. Interesting decision. Why go deep when you can go to the corner for
Keep you
5
guessing.
yards?
Yeah,
Keep you guessing.
He's keeping you guessing.
Listen, you don't know what it's like to coach a winning team. All right, I got out here.
I hope this is a pick six with a 2-point conversion.
Put another W there for Greg Miller on this rivalry between the two of you.
Oh, he's right there!
You go with that fake punt?
We'll see. Let's see what he's got.
Okay, gonna give the ball up.
All right.
20-yard line, here we go. 80 yards to go, no timeouts for Poe.
Classic.
Big moments.
Like we're gonna take the delay.
Oh, you got it, you got it.
Oh God, not that guy.
A little 3-yard dump. Little 3-yard dump for Poe.
You need to learn the Xbox controller more.
That's how we did it, y'all. That's how we do it.
Greg Miller, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm really
Coach, I'm
impressed.
wondering why the last play of the game he chose to throw it
Middle
3
field.
yards over the middle. We were hoping he broke 10 tackles. Ah.
All right, boys, let's congratulate Greg Miller on a big win.
Thank you. Feels good.
We are going to squat up together.
Thank you,
now.
Malik Vaughn, for a donation.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
for that.
you.
Pick your pressure buttons there.
Oh, do we restart here?
Yeah, I'm going to kick us out of this, so just hit A on that. Yeah. Greg Miller, press start and quick game.
Got it.
Got it. Go together. Post taking a look at the drink right there. That is
You think about the pink panties.
pink panties right there. Do you need another one? Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
I feel like, do we have any beer, Kev?
Kevin, do we have some beer?
I can check. I don't think so, unfortunately.
Okay.
Let's all slide over. We're all going to be on one team now.
Those kegs not full?
No, we still haven't put the kegerator back together.
We cleaned them though, which
Yeah,
is
that's
the exciting
great.
part.
That's way ahead
It's
of
an
the
important
Greg,
first step.
pick our team, please.
All right, I'll do random again.
Random 3.
But you get to pick between the three.
Okay, random 3.
Jets.
Jets.
Am
ooh,
I
tough.
facing you two together?
No, we're all together.
Oh.
All together. We're going to be Swan.
Seahawks.
Ooh, tough.
Broncos.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
All right.
All right. Go over there. 3 teams.
Eagles.
Okay.
Colts.
Okay.
Saints.
Eagles it is.
Okay.
All right, boys. Here we go.
How does this even work?
Oh, it's going to be something weird.
Okay.
There'll be a quarterback. There'll be 2 wide receivers. You can catch. You can block. You can do it all. So it's kind of an interesting vibe here on this one. I like that. Do a night game.
We just did 4-minute quarters.
Do rain.
nice.
Heavy rain like we're dealing with outside.
Yeah.
Heavy rain. You like the heavy rain? I like that. Okay, okay. You said 4-minute quarters?
Just regular rain. There you go.
Just regular.
All right.
Look at the rain. Broncos are in a lot of trouble with their current situation.
We gave him a lot of money. We were excited. We thought it was another Peyton Manning situation. Turned out to not be a Peyton Manning situation.
You got coaches kicking like 60-yard field goals.
Oh, here we go. Who's blue? I'm green.
That's not me. I'm going.
I'm blue, apparently.
Oh, my God.
Follow your blocks.
It's a simple forward, Greg. You just have to hit forward.
All right, who's in control of picking the play? Not me.
You, Greg?
I don't know.
I'm hitting
No,
down.
that's you, Greg.
Okay, what do you want?
You pick the play. You're the quarterback,
10
so
seconds.
you're calling it.
We're going PA double post, y'all.
Okay, PA double post.
I don't even know what color I'm at yet.
I'm green again. You're red, Poe.
Okay.
Greg is blue.
Why?
Oh! Okay, here we go, everybody. Greg Miller is quarterback.
We're going to do inside zone run here.
I
Inside
like that.
zone
I like
run
that.
here right
Let's
now.
give that to Poe. I'm going to get as a big man there, try to hit a block.
I said, wait to hit the speed burst.
Hike!
Trying to just take people out.
That's a 5-yard gain. Take that.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
I'm going to stick nod vertical. I'm going to be looking for that tight end there.
I will block for you like it's no one.
The green, that's who I'm looking for there. Oh, no.
Give me a little. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah, take
You
control of
get
that
to him?
green man right there.
Yeah, the
Super.
guy with the red line?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Air it out, Super!
Just streaking down the field.
Come on, Super!
I'm wide open running across the field.
I told you what I was doing. I told you what I was
You
doing.
gotta catch that.
Wasn't a guy within 20
We
yards
go for
of
it.
me.
We go for it in this family. No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no.
sorry.
Call timeout. We go for it here. We go for it. All right, Cap. What do we got here?
How much we need?
We need
5 yards.
That's nothing.
Nothing. He said.
Coming to the guy who like threw in a double coverage.
We're gonna go and won the game.
No.
We're gonna be looking at this FL Drive, all right? FL
Yep,
Drive, y'all.
Okay, FL drive. What
Where
color
my
am I?
route supposed to be?
green,
I'm gonna run
green,
that route.
green.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Jesus. The best part of that, it said good accuracy.
There's absolutely no one there. Okay, okay. We're playing defense. We're playing defense. Now, who's in control of the defense?
Still me.
Greg Miller, you are captain today, then, is right.
We're gonna go big nickel. We don't have big nickel. We're gonna go nickel, just small nickel. All right.
Okay,
We're gonna do Overstorm Brave. All right. We're
Little
gonna
five spot.
We're gonna bring the heat here, y'all.
You two, be those middle linebackers. Let's get through.
I like Nathaniel Hackett still the coach.
That's what we're talking about.
Got a hold of it.
Go,
right
go, go,
there.
go, go.
I'm gonna go outside for a second. Okay?
Bye, Kevin.
Bye.
We're stick with nickel. We're gonna go cover 3 sky. Cover 3 sky.
Love that, love that. It's cover 3. I'm on that right-hand side of
Just
the
a heads up,
D-line.
We're at
chub-
11:25.
Come on, folks.
11:25 for that
2,000,
ball.
we
We're
shave a
getting
mustache. I'm
closer.
Pope.
I can't wait to shave him. Oh, you said
Kevin,
I'll bring
if
my
that's it,
scraper.
if we hit $2,000, Kevin shaves Pope.
Wow, that would be exciting.
We're sticking with cover sky. It works out well.
Okay, I like
Blot
that.
up the sky. Blot up the sky.
All of us just playing D-line, trying to get to the QB.
Oh, no! What was that?
That was bad.
Come on!
That was bad D. That was bad D. That was bad D. Well,
The play's not even over and you're already turning and complaining.
I'm the coach out here, folks. I'm
You
the
still
coach
have
out
a
here.
player.
Ah,
Good stuff, good stuff.
We forced the field goal.
We gave him 3. We gave him 3. Now, you took me to a WWE event recently.
I did.
You and Poe sports events. What kind of sporting events have you two gone together with?
WWE for sure. Of course, XFL was the big one.
No way.
We went to 3 out of 5. We went to 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 XFL.
Chicago Enforcers, we were there. They were the fucking best, Mike. NFL doesn't give a shit if you die in the stadium. The XFL was so happy you were there. They were so happy you were there.
Oh, man.
I was out there doing the thing, like they had the whole like parking lot tailgate shit. They did the thing, Mike, where I'm out there and they fire the ball out of the cannon. If you could catch it, they would give you one. I caught it.
Hell yeah.
Fucking awesome. Because I'm not that guy, right? But I'm out there, fucking fat ass Greg running down there, catch one right over your shoulder. Like,
yes. Oh my gosh.
HB dive.
The XFL, I love that.
And yeah, like.
They get the Poe.
I think it's me. Yeah.
So, XFL.
Yeah,
right?
tell me all about it. I want to hear about this.
The story goes, of course, that it was the second one, right? The first one we went to, it rained like a bitch. So no one came.
Need more ice in these things.
First quarter, they come over the loudspeaker and they're just like, to thank you all. Oh, my mic's. Got saying my mic's.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now, chat? Do you hear me now, chat?
Kevin is outside. Kevin's gone.
Do you hear me?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, battery died.
Here.
No, I'm just going to get better.
They are on it.
Okay. Greg will be right back momentarily.
There's
Talk
one
about the
XFL game we were
XFL.
at. There's this guy in front of us, and he's like hitting on this girl behind us who has a boyfriend, and just kept going. And finally, the boyfriend had enough and decided to grab the guy's earring and rip it out of his ear.
Wow, Poe, for real.
Yep.
Ripped his earring out of his ear.
Led to a brawl that, like, again, it started in our section, spread throughout the stadium. Full brawl. It was insane.
Okay, that's amazing. That is exactly what I want to hear from
I got a free hat out of it.
That was a Vince McMahon owned XFL back then.
Chat, do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Chat, do you hear me now?
The blue enforcer hat fell in my lap, and I took it, and I was about to put it on my head, and Greg's like, no, it's dirty. I'm like, okay, I'll wash it. And then that was my free XFL.
It's my hat now. It's
Yeah,
right.
so it was that first game, pouring rain.
God.
They come over the loudspeaker and they're like, fans, since you came tonight, if you come back next week with your ticket, you get in for free.
That was awesome.
And we all went, "Wow!" And so the next one we went back, and we got there, and it was like, again, we're 16, 17, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're kids. Or we're about to graduate, so 17 probably. And we got there, and we got put down we got to our seats. It's actually sunny out, you know what I mean? And yeah, this kid, the guy next to us, the guy who would hit on the girls, right, turns to me and he's like, hey, do you want a beer? And I was like, yeah. And he opened up his trench coat and pulled out a special export and gave me a glass bottle special export beer at 17. I cracked the top, and it was one of those things of I knelt down and like just chugged it. And he's just, yo, we got a drinker over here. This guy's wasted. He's like 23. And yeah, that was the thing. You hit on the girl and turn around, they brawl, they're fighting. Before he ripped the earring, or maybe after, whatever, and the brawl goes, the guy's friend falls back on Poe. And from over us, the row behind us is grabbing and restraining that guy. And the guy turns to Poe and he's like, you gotta let me go. They got my friend. You gotta let me go. And Poe just goes, I don't have you. Like, hands up. Like, I do not have a hand on you right now. It was the best.
Yep.
Amazing. I'm so excited for the new XFL. I can't wait.
The new.
No, we call it the
3.0. 3.0, actually.
They're going to go that route?
I don't think they are. I think The Rock's not even acknowledged.
With The Rock, I mean, I'm excited about it, right? Because the XFL was such a time, right? All the nicknames on the back of the back of the jerseys, incredible. The dumb idea of what a kickoff would be, where they just
broke
ran
the collarbone
into each
the
other,
first time.
Massive concussion.
Immediately stops the gameplay. Like, yeah, I can't wait to see what he's doing.
But that camera, too, like they use that out in the NFL, the sky cam.
Yes.
So, very cool.
Yeah, XFL was a fucking trip, man. That was the best. And then the
Chicago winters out there.
The sequel to that story is that Poe has to go to cop camp for college, where he goes like police academy or whatever.
Yes.
And we came up to visit him in Minnesota in July 4th or whatever, and we went to Mall of America, and we walked into some sporting goods store, and on like the top shelf they had like the old Jaguar. What was the Memphis Grizzly? No, the Memphis whatever they were.
It was like Renegades.
Whatever. Yeah, Las Vegas Renegades, Las Vegas Outlaws. They had some XFL obscure thing up on the shelf. And this is years after the XFL went out of business. It was up there. And we were like, oh man, the XFL, we love it. And the guy's like, over here, he's like, you like the XFL? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, hold on. And he came back out with arms of, I bought a Chicago Forcer mini helmet, an XFL shirt that I then wore to college. And some guy was giving like a presentation. And he's like, is that an XFL shirt? He's like, yeah, I'll buy it off of you right now. I'm like, no, man, I'm never giving up this XFL.
Time,
still have it. Still have it.
I have 2 unopened XFL trading card packs in my house, which I hold
That
on
seems like
to
a great
with
unboxing
some
one day.
very classic players.
Absolutely no reason to hold on to these, but I have those 2 still in the sleeves, just making me smile. It's so funny.
Thank you to Jonathan O'Brien for donating.
Thank you,
of course, go to kindafunny.com/po to help him get his kids from college. Not his kids, you know what I mean. His students.
There we go.
To Scandinavia.
Yeah, but like the XFL came back, but they didn't really play. Did they play a full
Didn't that
season?
happen? Was it COVID? Or
No,
like
they had a couple games. And then
stopped,
yeah,
right?
then
Yeah,
COVID happened. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yes, exactly. I was like, the XFL didn't really go all the way through.
I don't even know who I was during that play. I'm like,
Nice
I don't
hands.
know what's happening.
Nice hands right there.
Yeah, I remember when I'm gonna do HB off tackle.
Love that.
I remember when they did the
I'm gonna block. Get on that HB.
30 for 30 or whatever it is about the XFL, and like at the end of it, they end and it's Dick Ebersol talking to Vince McMahon. He's like, "Well, if I was gonna do it again," they started teasing me or do it again. I'm like, "They're fucking crazy."
Yeah,
we can make
that'd be
plates to
fun.
bring them over or whatever. Yeah.
I had a meatball sub.
Chicken parm sandwich.
I'm gonna come out and wash my hands anyway. I got a piece of pizza and I'm gonna get some knots and wings and
Go
stuff.
wash your hands. We're gonna pause. We'll have a little mukbang.
This
we'll hang
sucks.
out. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Slappy.
I want to play by myself and win. I don't want to play with you clowns.
Okay, Slappy.
Having you dragging me down
Just
as
doesn't
always.
want to be a teammate.
We're down 3-0, Greg.
A bunch of losers.
Okay, Slappy.
And you're the
over there.
quarterback and person selecting the plays. Oh, terrible.
Now, Paul, what are some good stories about Greg that we haven't heard?
That's
right? Like,
hard because I hope,
all the best friends, yeah, they know a bunch of stories, but like, can you give us some stories that stand out to you about Greg that we would all laugh at and love?
Oh, I mean, it's very difficult. I should have made a list before I came over or something, so I felt a little bit better about it.
Exactly. Maybe Monday you bring a list.
Yeah,
because
I'm scanning through the brain here, trying to figure out.
Give us like one that first comes to mind. Just tell us anything that comes to mind. It'll be new to someone out there, probably new to me.
Yeah. I mean, we have the one where we put, was it shaving cream on my friend Pat's car? I don't know if that one's come up before. With the concept of like, we're just going to give him a hard time. We're bored. Let's go have some fun. God forbid. I think this actually has come up before. But yeah, he's on a date and like, God forbid one of us goes on a date. Like, we got to razz him and give him a hard time.
Yes,
so then
yes.
we go to the parking lot of the movie theater and just write like, Pat sucks, with shaving cream on his car and, ha ha ha, having a good time, high-fiving each other, going back home and stuff, going back. Classic scenario was we always go to Greg's basement, play video games, hang out, get pizza, wings, things like that. And get a phone call of Pat just screaming at us, just losing his mind. And we're like, ha ha, and he's like, this isn't fucking funny, and is losing it, and like the paint came off his car. We had no idea that shaving cream had the ability to take, a name, take any type of paint off a car. So his car was wrecked, and we were just trying to screw around to give him a hard time, like you would if we put shaving cream just on the mirrors and the windows, we've been fine. But no, we put it on all over the car. And
of course.
It was just an absolute train wreck. And then when he realized that we didn't really understand that, he was kind of like, oh, okay, but it's still pissed at us. But
okay.
Yeah. Trying to tell Greg stories that they haven't heard before, which I think is hard to do. But just did the
what was I pissed at?
Noonan shaving
Oh,
cream.
that slice actually came out well.
It looks great.
Came out well.
It's really good.
I'm impressed by that. Thank you so much, Joey.
And it just happened to be that two of the people who knew that of our friend group that like knew that shaving cream takes paint off cars just happened not to be with us that night.
They were not there. They were not there.
Okay,
That did not go well.
That was bad.
What about, Poe, when you guys all went off to college? Did you attend Mizzou with Greg? What was it like leaving Greg if you didn't attend Mizzou?
Yeah, I did not go to Mizzou. I went to St. Mary's in Minnesota. So I went to Minnesota. He went to Missouri.
Okay.
So yeah, that was we put
Not
certainly,
close is right.
certainly some distance between us.
Yeah, what was
there.
that like for the two of you, being best friends until then? Did you stay in touch? What happened there?
Yeah.
Poe came down a lot. Poe did a lot of
Mizzou was
tailgates.
great to visit. It's still like my team I cheer for when it comes to any type of D1 athletics. So like, I'll cheer for Mizzou. Why? Because Greg went there. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're a big Mizzou family. All right, that's great.
Yeah. And outside of that summer, I never made it up to Minnesota.
Yeah.
But that's how I got to know your kids or whatever, your crew.
Greg taught me the exciting game of caps, which then went onto my campus and spread like wildfire, and we had a lot of fun playing.
Everyone was a good drinking game.
Yeah, what's caps? Yeah,
Well, caps is a time-honored sport of teams of two
Teams of two.
facing off against each other.
Okay.
Okay, one team. Your team sits on one side, the other team sits on the other side.
Of course.
Between your two chairs is a cup, usually a Harpo's cup, can be a Shakespeare's cup, whatever.
Yeah.
Fill it halfway with beer, unless it's a caps tournament, then it's all the way to the top of the globes of the Harpo's globes. Then they're 8 feet apart, and then you alternate throwing bottle caps into it.
Okay.
So I throw, then an opponent across the way throws, then my teammate throws, then their opponent across the way throws.
Okay.
The way it works, of course, hit the cap into the cup of beer. Then
Like a lob shot.
Yeah.
Like almost beer pong-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can throw a bullet if you want. I knew
Okay.
plenty of people threw bullets. Then your opponents have a chance to cancel it. If they hit after you hit, then cancel, no big deal.
No big
If
deal.
they don't, then it's a point for your team.
And you have to drink the beer.
And you play to 5. They drink the beer, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you drink and then refill and play that next round. Play to 5.
Greg,
If everybody hits, it's a social. Yeah.
we don't have any beers. We do have several high noons, though.
High noons.
High noons are terrific. They're the better White Claw.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
interesting.
vodka and stuff.
I'll pass. I'll probably just eventually get over to across the street, get a beer.
Okay. Would you
But-
like me to send? Cool, Greg.
Lovely game. Sure.
Caps.
What kind of
is
beer
it?
would you like?
I mean, if he's going, get me another one of the cranberry bad girls.
Okay.
Cranberry.
Great call. Now, isn't it wild to look back and think of, like, damn, how crazy it was? We were playing beer pong. People would just be touching all over your beer pong ball, be on the ground, and then they throw it in a cup.
Think of these
you
bottle
just
caps.
grab it. You just start drinking
We were
it.
throwing disgusting bottle caps into the thing.
So like you pick it up, there's like a cloth of fur on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
from
And
the
it's
carpet
like,
or whatever.
it's
We're all
fine.
walking around. You walk on the street, you walk in the house. Nobody's taking their shoes off in the Antler House.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Hayes, bless his heart, would be out there bleaching in the morning after, but like he eventually left and we kept playing. You know what I mean? Like it was bad news bears. There's a great chance my cancer is somehow from playing caps in the basement of the house.
Yeah.
Because the house used to be filled with storm windows. The basement, you go in there, side to side, disgusting storm windows.
Yeah.
And then Hayes went down there one day. He's like, no, we're going to use this for the caps tournament. And took all of those and put them into a side room. And then it was just this dang, dirty, fucking, disgusting, dusty ass basement that we threw caps in and shit, you know?
Oh, my God.
Not a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
My favorite thing about the Antler House was when I was graduating and leaving, the Antlers didn't want that house anymore. They were going to take over the Antler duplex somewhere else. So it's like, all right, cool, we're leaving. Eventually, this aunt and uncle showed up, knocked on the door one day, and they're like, hey, our nephew's taking over this house next year. We just wanted to see if we could see him. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And they came in like, cool, is it a nice house? I was like, oh, my God, this is a piece of shit. And I ran them through everything that was wrong with it, and they were, like, mortified. To the point that, like, I was like, watch this. I walked into the bathroom and turned on the faucets. I'm like, all right, come on downstairs. And you went downstairs, and there it was just pouring onto the floor. You know what I mean? Like, it was just the pipe had broken and was draining.
Oh, exactly what they want is right.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
And I think about that now, just, how for COVID and everything else, sure, but just in general, like,
Oh, yeah.
what were we thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, and then there was one, this is like, you want to talk about the hubris of college and how fucking stupid you are? You remember Booth? And it was Rollins, I think, but they eventually, at some point, they had come and done work on our house, and they had these, the construction workers. And they had taken a Harpo's cup and taken all the rusty screws out of something and put them in the cup. They then declared that that was a trophy. That was the cup of screws. And so they then had the cup of screws as a championship trophy that they would occasionally put on the line. And when they would win or other people would win, they would fill the cup of screws with beer and then drink out of it. With the screws in there that were already rusty.
That can't be good.
Like, we were just morons. You know what I mean? Like, nothing.
It's amazing. Yeah, to think now, do they still do that, right? Because you think
They definitely
there's
still
no
play
way,
caps.
But do they still go as hard as we did back in the day? You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, you're just not cleaning anything. You're just doing it. You know what I mean?
I hope not, but again, you're a dumb kid in college. But with everything that's happened with COVID, and like you would hope they'd be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't all, because again, you're splitting the beer with your partner too. So you know what I mean? These disgusting caps, this disgusting floor.
So sometimes, like, you're hurting And they're like, you gotta help finish this one for me, Greg. I'm hurting right now. So Greg will suck it up and drink like 3/4 of the drink.
Yeah, I knew you would. That's right.
I'm there for you.
You're the best. Now, Poe, did you have a lot of moments like that with Greg, where you came down and visited and partied like that?
A decent amount. Mizzou was a lot of fun. And then we took the game back to Minnesota, and there was a great debate over, you sit on chairs, you sit on the floor. In the state of Illinois, apparently, you sit on the floor. Very uncomfortable.
Get that out of
here. Very uncomfortable. Chairs then was like, this is very nice. Let's do this type of scenario. But
chairs made it seem professional.
Yeah.
Well,
I had to do a demonstration in speech class. So I demonstrated how to play caps. They were very impressed.
By the way, did you see Justin Gage, I think, just finished his degree? I think it was Gage just wrapped it up. One of them. Gage or...
Justin Gage. Oh, so he came back?
Came back to finish.
Early?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think he just finished his degree because he told like his parents he would. So came back and found...
The craziest thing is, Brad Smith and whatever.
Might have been Brad Smith, actually.
No, Brad would finish.
He finished?
Yeah, finished. Brad was like super straight arrow. Mizzou quarterback, right at the start of that Gary Pinkel era. Sometimes there'd be conversations for him for Heisman. He was a great scrambler.
I remember that. 100%.
I had one class with him acting, and it was me and another Antler. So he knew we were Antlers, he knew we were crazy and stuff, but it was like the coolest thing to be in a class with Brad Smith.
Yeah, of
But then
course.
through the power of the internet, I was when he was still playing for the Jets, I think, and I was at IGN. I made a video about Mizzou or Madden versus NCAA, and I wore my Mizzou jersey and I wore his jersey or whatever. And I reached out and he followed me after that. And he still likes everything. He'll still leave comments on
That's
things. He's on my
awesome.
Instagram congratulating me on shit.
bro.
It's like so weird that fucking Brad Smith, king of the Mizzou quarterbacks in my eyes, just being amazing over there.
No, paint can.
You want to hear paint can again?
Paint can story.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say about Paint Can? You can go to the first ever Kind of Funny podcast like this Game Over Greggy show in the old studio and see me make Paint Can. But of course, for Paint Can, you need a paint can. You need half a bottle of Everclear. Half a bottle of Everclear.
Yeah.
A full bottle of Mountain Dew, 2 liter. Half of a frozen limeade concentrate, half of a frozen lemonade concentrate.
Okay.
Put all that into the paint can. Put it in with ice. Put in mint leaves. Then you need a stick procured on site. A stick you've gotten from the tailgate spot. A stick you've gotten from anywhere you
I
are.
don't have to get gross every time.
Because this isn't gross. This is nature.
This is nature.
This is nature, everybody. All right.
Yeah.
Showing respect to nature.
Thank you, Cool G. What's the point of it if you're not giving back to Mother Nature? If we're not saying, thank you for this sacrifice, this honor you've given us.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people here, and I'm not going to name names, Tim Geddes, they don't give a fuck about Mother Nature. But when you go in there and you say, you know what, Mother Nature, I'm going to use part of you to stir this up. I mean, am I wrong? Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that Tim guy, That's that fridge I was talking about in the back. That's the thing. Kevin, what is this? Poe was talking about a beer fridge his friend has that he got when a restaurant was going out of business. Is that the story with this thing in the back? I forget.
So I believe the one thing we couldn't get sponsored for the studio were desk chairs, and I found a place that had basically if a business went out of business, they would consolidate all the chairs, and they had hundreds of chairs at a discounted price. So when Nick and Tim went to go negotiate purchasing, I think 20 office chairs, they also saw this fridge and were like, well, could we get that? And I think they got it for a couple $100.
Oh.
And it is an industrial fridge that can be opened and closed however many times you want without breaking the fridge. And that being said, it is a pre-owned fridge, so now it's been making a little bit of a noise, and we unplugged it for WWE recording that we did, and we plugged it back in today. It doesn't seem to be being too loud, but I would like to get a sort of appliance repairman to come by and just check it out, see if there's any way we can get it a little quieter, because it does start kicking up and making noise.
Kev, I don't want you to read between the lines on this, all right? Don't read into this.
Uh-huh.
You do a great job of Kind of Funny. We love you. We're lucky to have you. But do you think you would fucking kick ass as like a repairman or a handyman? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, you should leave and go do that. I'm just saying, like,
An HVAC technician.
For a little while in high school, my summer job was working at an appliance repair company called Always Ready Repair. And there was one summer where the guy was like, do you want to come and be my, I don't know, assistant? And
Apprentice.
Also, yeah, apprentice.
You're
learn
his
the
apprentice.
trade.
Uh-huh.
And we had one day where I went, helped him out. And
got punched in the face by.
Afterwards, I was like, "Get fucked! You're an asshole. Like this doesn't work. I'll stay in the office." But yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's something fun about going to someone's house, emptying their fridge, and like fixing all their problems. You know?
Where wings come from?
Wings out there. Oh. They're good. Wings.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin would be
the
an
garlic
incredible
knots.
HVAC.
I'm not gonna lie.
Electrician, plumber,
Oh,
any
yeah.
of those skill trade
Oh, my God.
jobs, Kevin would absolutely crush that.
I'm not
Kevin
gonna lie.
does that already.
I love Original Joe's. Going there, this whole concept, I'm like, no, this is killing it. This is crushing it.
Yeah,
What a
this
great
is
time.
called Little Joe's, correct, Kevin? I believe this
Yeah,
is Little
that's right, you're
Joe's.
right. Little
This
Joe's
is their
in West Portal.
to-go
The Westlake
stuff
Portal,
right here.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Little original?
Beautiful little shop. You know, you're not
Oh my
sitting
God,
down
so
or anything,
cute.
but beautiful
Yeah.
little shop there.
It's really fun to get in there, order, and then kind of walk around. And they have a bunch of stuff that you can take home, throw in your oven, or
Yep.
throw in the microwave for the desserts, and it's phenomenal. That's my biggest
taking
regret,
things.
not getting the butter cake dessert that they have there, because it is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we probably should have ordered the butter cakes. We should
Uh-huh.
have thought of that one. That's right, Kevin. But
I mean, don't count Joey out. She might have done it.
yeah, beautiful little shop there. Little Joe's. Shout out to Original Joe's, though, for taking over the Bay Area. They got a couple of shops here.
They do, yeah,
What do they got?
yeah.
3 shops then? Little Joe's and the 2
Well,
originals?
Yeah, Original Westlake and Original down in the marina.
Marina, yeah. I think they might also have one further south, maybe by not Santa Cruz, further south than that. But like, yeah, there's a couple ones, and it's always fun to find them and be like, all right,
Would
well,
it blow your mind to hear this story, everybody?
listening.
Okay.
And it's only people in the room. You at home probably don't give a flying fuck. Do you know that there's Marin Joe's up north?
A Marin Joe's,
You
yeah.
ever see this off the 101 when you're driving up
No,
there?
never seen that. I've
I
never
drove
gone
past
up
it
there.
a bunch up and
Okay.
going up
Yeah,
there.
I've
'cause
seen it several times.
Jen and I go hiking or whatever.
Okay.
One day when she's pregnant, she's like, I really want a shrimp cocktail. And we were out that way.
You're like,
and
here
I
we
was
go.
like, let's go to Marin Joe's. They have it. Got there, sat down, and it was like, we love Original Joe's, Westlake and Marina. Sat down, we're like, something's different. This is like, you know, they have their different vibe, I guess. But
Also,
like,
they have one in North Beach.
something is, what did I say?
You're calling it Marin.
Marin.
All right,
Sorry,
well,
sorry.
they have
Marina,
one in
Marina.
Marina.
Marina, thank you. Oh, so there's North Beach and a Marina one?
No, Marina.
Yeah, there's just the one. Okay.
Yeah.
We're in this one, Marin Joe's, though. Something's different here. This is weird. I was like, I'm going to get that sandwich they always like on the sourdough. You know what I mean? The hamburger sandwich. They didn't have it on the menu. Like, oh, that's different. Okay. I like their spaghetti and meatballs a lot. I'll do that. They didn't have it.
Get out of town.
Huh. They come out with a shrimp cocktail. It is the most disgusting bowl of mini, sickly little wet shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad.
We got the other food. It all sucked too. The pasta was bad. We got in the car. We're like, this can't be right? Google it. Turns out this is in no way affiliated with Original
shit.
Joe's.
This is just
Marin Joe's
Joe's.
was like, this guy used to work at Original Joe's.
Oh.
Tried
Got
to
in an
steal
argument
it.
with
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
broke up there, went up there, started Marin Joe's. It's
I
not
don't
the
like that
same.
one
I
bit.
was
I don't like
horrified.
that one bit.
I was
Thank you for
horrified.
letting
I
me
crossed
know.
the picket line. I didn't even know.
Okay, we're going to remember that. It's right.
You see Marin Joe's, don't stop. Drive faster.
Yeah, that's my next tourist area, right? I've been doing well going south. I've been doing well exploring the city with Kevin. I need to go north. I've been up to Stinson's Beach, which
Oh,
I
it's
like a lot.
beautiful, yes.
Beautiful up there.
We
But
got
like,
Tennessee Valley. What a hike that is. That's gorgeous.
oh, really? Is that where I need to
Jen
go?
loves it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to. That's my next. Like, of course, we're heading the weekend. You know, will Kevin and Paula really go up to Tahoe?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Would I go with them? Of
No.
course, I go with them. But
All
like,
right, well,
where do I
You
want to
would
go?
say yes and then get less and less confident throughout the
I
day.
could have been nicer about
3
that. I thought
o'clock,
it'd be
like, I
fun
don't
for
know.
me,
Oh,
you,
no.
and Cecil be running around Tahoe, but whatever.
But where will I go? You know what I mean? Like, now my weekend journey is just like, am I going back to Santa Cruz? Maybe.
The
I
problem
need to
is
go
you're going to be
north.
hammered by rain all weekend long again.
But you got to go. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Then I got a story when I come back. Let me tell you about this time when I got stuck
Almost
in a
died.
mudslide. Yeah,
Almost
exactly.
died in this mudslide.
Thought it
Had
was
to
going to be real
eat
bad.
at Marin Joe's. I was so desperate.
But I'd survived, you know? And so, yeah, that's what I'm looking for next is like, where am I going? Where am I visiting? In the Bay, here in the Foggy Peninsula, Greg, what should I see?
During the rain?
During any time. You know what I mean?
Rain.
I feel like you've already done so much. You've probably done more than I have.
we've done a lot, me and Kevin, but
Now,
like I
there's
still need
there's
more.
still a lot that you're missing, Mike. Like there's a couple of areas like Polk Street. We should go down there and just
Polk Street on a
go-
Friday night. Gotta
go bar bar hopping, and then also Valencia we haven't done. We've gotten a little tease.
Got a little tease of Valencia. I really like Valencia. Greg.
Okay.
I like the vibe. I like that they close down the street, let the kids walk down, have some fun, spread out. Couple of nice bars, couple of nice restaurants, couple of fun shops that stay open late. You know, in case you want to swipe the card while you're wasted.
Is that in the city or?
That's in the city. I like that a lot. You know, so I'm getting little teases, but it's like, have I seen all of it? You know what I mean? Have I seen what the city has to offer?
You been to the MOBA?
No, he hasn't.
Well, you gotta go to the MOBA. You love the
We should go to
MOBA.
the MOBA.
Me,
I like
Kevin,
the
and
MOBA.
Paula went to what, Kevin?
That was the Young Museum.
Young.
Oh, in Golden Gate Park.
Yeah,
Did you go up with the Ferris wheel?
No,
No,
we
we
did
went
not
to
go to the
the-
Ferris wheel. Is that year round? Is that just a staple now? Is that what that is?
It
Okay.
was the Ramses II exhibit, which was a lot of fun.
Oh man, let me tell you what. Going to a museum with Kevin and Paula, what a treat. Goddamn treat. That a lot of knowledge being thrown around between those two.
Yeah.
And so we had a great time with that one. Really liked that. We've been to Cal Academy of Science with the Kind of Funny best friends. We've been there.
Right.
We saw the albino alligator.
But you should go. I mean, not during the Kind of Funny live hype.
Yeah. But like adult night, that's
They
where
got a
you
really
wanna
cool
go.
thing right now for bugs.
Ooh.
They got a giant ant exhibit. They got a whole bunch of grasshoppers dancing around. We took Ben there the other week.
That's a
Yeah,
great
big
trip.
old
That's a great trip. That's a great trip right there. And so
Big
yeah,
old
just
ant.
looking for
What?
more spots to go visit.
Are you a New Yorker now? You been in your pizza like that?
Don't you? I mean, for a giant slice?
Not like that.
Get out of here.
Wow,
Psycho.
Poe doesn't bend his slice,
Not
really?
like that. No reason. No reason.
Hey, what do you want? You sitting here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here, have a great conversation, eating this pizza?
You want a pizza sandwich? You get a calzone.
No.
I love
Grandpa
that.
over here, you know?
I love the
Police
two of
and
you
how I
together.
admire
Is
them,
right.
you know?
When was the last time you saw Poe? What is our
Thanksgiving.
timetable between each? Oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, that was very
Before
recent
Thanksgiving,
then.
well, you came out when Jen was pregnant.
Okay.
Right at the end there.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Oh yeah, it was all the appliance buying. No.
With the house, of course.
I had to fix a bunch of appliances.
Gotta buy it. Yeah.
We also scraped a bunch of plums off the stairs. They didn't come in this hard this year.
Oh,
They didn't
God.
come in this hard this year.
Oh, brutal.
And then before that, it would have been probably when I was back in Chicago in like 2019. So you know, it's everybody's
I was
COVID
gonna
sob
say,
story.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
You guys see each other pretty frequently, though. That's a pretty positive friendship right
Miller,
there.
question for you: Are you gonna bring Cole around to hang out and just meet everyone? 'Cause
Yeah, Joey was asking about that the other day.
Yeah, when will we see the
shout
dog?
out to Joey.
Yeah, shout out to Joey for sure. I don't know. I don't know.
I want to see the baby.
Today would have been a
you
good
know?
day. I didn't think about it.
Well,
You know,
a
but
good day.
we can still do it on Monday. Just have him here while we're doing the
Okay.
on the podcast.
I'll be a part of that.
Hope maybe Poe's getting shaved next to him.
I like the idea of that one. I like the idea. Is that-
Because I should give Jen a break at some point. You know,
yeah.
she's at home.
How's that puppy baby dynamic going? It's right.
They're amazing together, but they're
Okay.
Hellraisers. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we got the
On the
nanny, but
opposite
the
side.
nanny's sick a lot lately, and so it's like, you know,
Yeah, who isn't sick is right. We're
you
all
got this
battling
baby
that.
going around, you got this dog going around. We are at $1,280 right now. So
$180 is right.
$280. If we can come up with,
720.
we will shave Poe into a mustache to match Mike's. Thank you, Kevin Lindsay, for a $200 donation.
Wow,
Thank
thank
so much.
you.
Hip Hop Anonymous for $5. Anonymous for $50. Actually, I take it back. Kevin Lindsay only gave one $100 donation. All right? Don't give him all the praise in the world here, all right?
Okay.
But if you like that extra, woo.
If you want to earn it, Kevin Lindsay, come on
we,
back,
we
you
can
know?
do that.
Well, thank you everybody for supporting that and having some fun with us. And hopefully you've enjoyed some time with just Greg and Poe sitting on the couch telling some stories. You know, I have word that a Tim Getty's best friend will be joining us here in a couple of weeks to do the exact same thing.
Alfredo. James Burke.
James Burke.
Wow.
Will join us on an afternoon stream.
I love James.
We'll have James and Tim telling some stories. And James Burke believes that he is top 5 in the world, Poe, at speed running the Last of Us video game. So I'm going to reach out to the authorities that be.
Wow.
And we're going to try to make this official
no way,
and get
right?
him on some sort of leaderboard.
That's a big move.
Okay.
That is what he says. He says that I can beat The Last of Us within 3 hours with my eyes closed. I could probably go faster. And so, chat, you will see that 2 Mondays from now. James Burke and Tim, very similar setup here. We'll be hanging. Thank you, Siri. We'll be telling stories and having some fun with James Burke. So if you like this kind of stuff, get ready for that one.
Mike, I'm telling you right now, I love this setup for our Twitch stream. This is so much fun.
A little chill stream is right. A little chill stream. It's nice. Got some little Joes here. Some fun stories.
Very good, very good.
I don't like calling it Little Joe's. Seems offensive.
You don't like little?
What if we
Isn't
called
it
it
Little Joe?
What if we called it Little Original Joe's? I think that's what their name is.
That's mine. It's still an original Joe's.
LGJs?
It's still original Joe's.
I don't like LGJs.
No,
Yeah.
you can't sit down there. Here's the thing. I can't get a prime rib there.
Great point.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't get a pork chop there. I wanted a pork chop. Pork chop's amazing there. Whew.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
This is free advice for everybody. If you go somewhere and they've got a pork chop on the menu, chances are it's going to be great.
You should probably order it, y'all. I would say that right away is right. Order that right away.
Pork, the smartest animal you can eat. That's a fact right there.
Kevin said that to me yesterday as we drove home from Spices. Says pig's very smart.
Very smart. Emotional animal, too.
Are they as smart as horses?
Smarter.
No. Yeah, but horses need the education.
They can sit there and do math with the horse, no problem.
Remember they push for pork back in the day? Like pork, the other white meat.
Here's what I'm saying, though. I don't want to hear about how smart any animal is until it's communicating to me, all right?
Yep.
This is like, I've already had my whole horse rant.
You had a great horse rant. I was there for it. Yeah.
Put them in school. Try it. Has anybody tried it recently?
Nope.
If pigs are smarter than horses, fucking get them into a classroom and try
Put
to
them
teach
in
them
school.
something.
Yeah.
Have we tried?
Not as delicious, though. You know? Horse.
Also, stop taking the great killer whales, the orcas, and putting them in captivity, all right?
Oh, I think we all can agree with that,
I think we won that battle for the most part.
I
right?
saw some fucking goddamn
Didn't Six
TikTok
Flags
the other
slow it
day. They're
down?
making this poor thing do a circle. Like, leave them alone.
SeaWorld's a totally
that one
different
hurts.
animal now.
That one hurts to watch, is right. You know, you watch like the top 5 documentaries that you have to watch, right? And all of a sudden, you're watching something that just makes you think, like, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know, that's not where we
They
want
don't
to
need
be
that,
here.
you know?
That's not what we think.
You hate to see it.
That's right. Okay, I like that, Greg. I was thinking back on all the things you said. I go back to the puppy, right?
Sure.
When you looked at the puppy, were there other options? Was this the only one? What made you choose this one? You know what I mean?
Well, we've been on the search for a while.
Okay.
And by
okay.
a while, I mean really, you know, a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
But it was
Just kinda
moving
came.
fast. You know what I mean? Because I came back. So what happened is, you know, I think Jen and I obviously have been mourning Porty since he passed in April.
Of course.
And then the problem is that as we've mourned Porty, Ben has continued to grow and grow up.
Yes.
And so, you know, we kind of trained him in the mornings to come out and say hi, doggy, to the photos of Porty on the wall, which is both beautiful and heartbreaking.
Yep.
And then that has also instilled in him just a complete obsession with dogs. So like this kid is obsessed with dogs.
Yeah.
And I don't know many babies or anything, so I can't like say, oh man, but I've never met a baby like this. And it's like other parents we talk to, they're like, they're not into dogs like this kid's into dogs, because it'll be on the streets, you know, like he'll be playing or having a little conversation with us or whatever, and he sees the dog and that's all it is. Just like watch that dog. And
Yes.
now that he's walking, he tries to walk to the dogs, and like on approach of dogs, it'll be that thing where you have to stop the owner and be like, I'm sorry, can my son pet your dog? I'm like, yeah. Or usually like, yeah. And he's going to hug your dog. Is that okay? Like, yeah. And he'll come in and just like, hug these dogs. You know what I mean? Like, loves dogs. And so over Thanksgiving, he got to hang out with my cousin's dog a little bit or whatever and have some hugs there and be real cute with it. And then Jen and I were both, I think, independently being like, okay, we're getting closer to like, he should have a dog. You know what I mean? Like, especially because you want the dog to grow up with him and have that kind of thing. Be cool about that or whatever. And so while we were at Thanksgiving and while we were both drunk, we follow a whole bunch of different dachshunds accounts. And one of them posted that they had puppies that they were going to be putting up. And like, hey, are you interested in this? And, or hit us up if you're interested. And it turned out that, you know, Jen sent it to me. I had already seen it on my own. And then I, of course, on the side, DM'd them. And I was like, hey, we have this dog.
Yeah.
You know, had him for 17 years. We're, you know, ready to get our hearts broken again and get back into for our dog.
Did Jen know you sent that message?
No. And the people responded to me and they said, hey, Greg, we're sorry to hear about Portillo. And I was like, oh, man, they went through my stuff. I didn't even mention Portillo. And then they said, I think I'm already talking to your wife. And I was like, no, you are talking.
God, you two are just perfect.
Went and talked to Jen and like, yeah, you know, okay, cool. Like, you know, that was during Thanksgiving. So it was like, let's get home and talk about it, figure it out kind of thing. And so we got home and started talking about it. And that was like Friday. And Saturday we reached out to them and we're like, hey, you know, like what's going on? And they were like, yeah, you know, we have this dog who's available. And, you know, like We could come to you. We could figure it out. Blah blah blah. And it was like, okay, we're gonna think about it a little bit more. And like we got off that, and I just broke down. Like I was just like sobbing the entire day. Like Porty had just died.
Yeah.
And it was this little piebald puppy, which is like a white coat with like he had brown patches or circles on him or whatever. And it was like I never envisioned having that kind of dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not like super into that look.
Okay.
But it's also like it's Ben's dog. So like not only
Yeah.
am I grieving Portillo and my wounds have been reopened, it was then am I not ready for a dog like I thought it was? Or is it just that I'm not into this dog? And does it matter that I'm not into this dog because it's not even my dog? You know what I mean? Like there's like all of a sudden it was like 0 to 1,000 of like what do I need to figure out for this kind of thing? And so it was basically like end of Saturday I was just like I don't know if it's not this one or I'm not ready, but like I need to stop.
Yeah.
Let's tell them no. And it was like there was an adoption event at the pet shop that partners with one of the local, we have dogs things. The next Saturday, and I was like, I'll still go to that. I need to get my head wrapped around it, and I'll go to that. And I think I was like to Jen, I'm like, I will be fine by then. I guarantee it. Like I just and I don't blah blah. I went to that because Jen had to stay home with Ben. They had no wiener dogs, but it was the same thing. I was just like, okay, I'm fine. Maybe it was just about that. The problem then is that like there was just like. There are no wiener dog puppies in the Bay Area. Like we talked to a few different people, and they were all like, "Well, I'll have some in like April. I'll have some in the summer." And it was that thing. Well, it's like, well, we have 2 weeks off for Christmas. Jen actually had 3, but I have this time off, and I'd like to be there to ease into this and have it be something we settle into as a routine, and be there for it, whatever. And so I was like, all right, maybe it won't happen. And so that was fine. We'll figure it out. Maybe we just do it in the summer, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then we went to Game Awards. And at Game Awards, Jen went to go get her hair blown out or whatever they call it, get her hair done for the Game Awards. I think they call it blowouts though, but I don't know what that means. It sounds crazy.
Yeah. You and I are going to just stick with blowout.
Blowout, you know what I mean?
Done right now, that's right.
And then I Googled around there, and I found breeders in that area.
Oh.
And one of them had puppies, and one of them was Cole. And so the thing about that was, of course, like, I know adopt, don't shop, and all this different stuff, but for us introducing a puppy to a child.
Yeah, of course.
That was the issue where it's like, I worked at, DuPage County Animal Shelter. Shout out. You remember Gizmo, Cuddles, and Tigger, right? Like I had pets
Cuddles will be with me always.
And it's definitely that thing where all 3 of those cats were amazing, but they all had a little bit of problem, right? And there was somebody we were talking to about it where it was like, listen, no matter how good a pet is from a shelter, it's gone through a traumatic experience. And so like you have to be there to counsel it through this trauma kind of thing. And the problem was, looking into that and chasing that, it was very much like, well, there's oftentimes no records on these dogs.
Yeah.
Jen volunteered at the ASPCA her entire time while she was forced unemployment.
Yep.
And so she knew about reactive dogs and all this stuff. And it's like, no one will be there to tell us if this dog is good with kids, babies, what it's like. Is it food protective? Is it all these different things? And so it was like, okay, I think we have to go a breeder route, but it has to be the right one.
Yeah.
And so what it would have been is at Game Awards, when I looked at it, I found these people, and the videos they had of Cole were him walking around the kitchen around a baby. Like these are dogs that are raised in the family. Like all the dogs there are raised, and like all the photos were taken by her 16-year-old kid, and this, that, and the other. And it's like it's a family thing they all do together, and like around then, and it was like, okay, well, this seems to be the guy. And it was the guy. And so I actually flew back from Game Awards and then went back down to get him and brought him back up. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, what a story. All right.
Yeah. And he's been an
How
amazing
far is that
fit.
from here?
I flew, but it's like 45 minutes an hour.
You
But I hit gold status, so I had the points. I'm like, whatever.
You're
just
so
do
cool.
that thing. Go do
You're
that
so
I just
cool. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Right.
want a little break.
Oh.
Oh, maybe they're playing some videos
Yeah,
for
we
us,
can't see that
but
cat.
we can't see him. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen enough of the new dog,
Sorry
for
about
me
that.
in particular.
No,
know what I
did
mean?
you
Like,
show it to the audience?
Yeah, I've been showing, like, as you were talking. I was
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's great. He's amazing. Him and Ben are such fast friends. I'm not sure what all you saw, but like,
That's amazing. Yeah, that's wild.
you saw the video of like, Ben unboxing him, right?
Yes, I saw that.
The smile on his face when it lights up, and then every morning, you ask us about the songs we sing to Ben.
Yeah.
And I was like, Daddy's
love
hat.
that. I
Big
love
fan
that.
of Daddy's hat. What we do every morning is, good morning, Benny. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Benny. We're happy you're awake. And Jen will do it in French too. But usually it's a whole conga line of, I come in holding the dog, and then Jen's behind me, and then we bring the dog in for hugs and kisses with him, and then we'll put him into the bed with Ben, and they'll cuddle a little bit, and then we'll get them all out and do the thing.
Now, is Ben awake during this time?
Oh, yeah, he's awake already.
Okay, so I didn't know.
Trust me, we ain't getting out of fucking bed until I roll over and see him standing up. And now he knows out. He's like, out!
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I don't know. Like maybe you're like, it's a routine. Let's wake you up at this time. Like, no.
I don't know how it works between them, but it's like as soon as one of them stirs and is actually awake, I'm like, oh fuck,
it's game time.
Well, they're both
Here we
awake.
go.
They're both awake. They send each other some kind of signal.
That's
It's insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, but Cole's been a fantastic addition to the family, and like, you know, I'm obviously all of my data on puppies is only based on Porty, and it's 17 years old.
I was gonna say
But
very
it's,
old.
you know,
Right.
it's to that thing of like, it's crazy how, again, going to this breeder, right, that had a whole bunch of dogs and trained them and, you know, gave them basic training, right, is so much different than Porty coming from that pet shop I got him from.
Yeah.
Because Cole understands puppy pads to a degree. He still has accidents, obviously. But he understands those. You know, he understands going outside. The big thing for him is like, you know, Jen's never had a puppy, a dog, right? So she's always entered into dogs that have been around before. So I was like, listen, she was like excited to sleep with the dog again. I was like, listen, like, it took Porty a long time before he could sleep in our bed, right? Because of accidents, trying to get him to sleep through the night, yada, yada, yada. Like, we can't.
Are you crate training him at all?
That's not happening. We are, but he sleeps in our bed because Cole sleeps through the night, no problem.
Okay.
And even when he wakes up, he's so excited to be awake, but then it's not like he has an accident in the bed. He waits to get up and out with us.
Okay.
But yeah, we are doing crate, and he hates it, of course.
Of course.
Big cries when we leave him there. You know what I mean? Put him in the crate, but he's a great dog. He's doing real well.
Oh, so glad to hear that, Greg. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's really terrific.
Thank you. Yeah.
And for Poe to be able to share that with you. That's great.
I'll bring him in on Monday, Kev.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd
remind
like
me.
to get him to introduce him to Cecil at some point. So
Yeah,
maybe
he's
we'll
still.
make that happen.
He was supposed to get it on. What day did everything fall apart for me? Wednesday. Right, where the
In
nanny was super
life
sick and this
or in
happened.
the
Yeah.
past week?
He was supposed to get his final shot to then go see other dogs and be able to like be out
Yeah.
on Wednesday. So now we're getting it on Saturday.
Yeah, so but that's still 2 weeks from then, right?
Yeah. So yeah, don't bring Cecil that time, or we'll figure it out. But yeah.
Mike, pets?
I have 2 pug dogs that I've had for 7 years.
Okay.
The Splash
Currently-
Sisters. we
Yeah,
call
the
them.
Splash Sisters, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Okay.
I was really bad with girl names, so that's why I named them. And mom and dad currently have them ever since I made the move.
Okay.
We didn't know what the transition would be like. Of course, Kevin and Paula's home have been very welcoming to me. But it's been a nice transition without them. Of course, I miss them. But yeah, it's a little bit different
sure.
without the dogs. Like, you know, you and Porty, it's like you go so long.
Oh, yeah.
And then the moment that you know, the freedom that comes with it, but also like, man, they're not here to wake me up or be with me. It's interesting, you know. What about you, Poe? You got animals over there with you?
I got, I still think of him as a puppy, but he's like 2.5, Rex Black Lab. He's great. Similar thing where I had my son who's now 9, but when we got him a couple years ago, it's like I can't have a dog that even nibbles at him. So like we got to start with like a puppy, and we went with a lab breeder and around kids the whole time just to make sure that it was going to be good to go. And he's a blast. He's huge. He came out of his dad's name was Tank, and he was like 100 and some pounds. So now Rex is like 88 pounds and still thinks he's a puppy and will sit on your lap and like, hi, how's it going? Nah, I'm Rex. So, but yeah, he's a blast, and I love playing with him. And he's going to come back being very jealous that I smell of another dog and be like, what is this? I'm not happy.
Yeah, you get some great time with the family. How's that been? Are you enjoying being around Greg and the family over there?
Oh, yeah, just got here, though. So it's a little quick turnaround. He like flew in, like, all right, let's see how it's going, you know, and go from there. But yeah.
How's that with baby BJ and Cole with a new guest? What's that like?
Surprised.
Yeah, Cole was very. It was funny to bring, again, not having a puppy for so long and bringing one home and watching Cole slowly have to warm up to us and get like a rhythm or whatever. And then, you know, full puppy mode of playing with everything. And last night, like Poe came and he was immediately back in like sheepish mode and way back. And it's like, you know, we still have to keep him up and play and tire him out. You know what I mean? And last night he was not playing, but the anxiety of having somebody there, he was awake the entire time next to me. So he was still ready for bed with me and Jen when it was time. But yeah, he was down for that. And then, this morning, Ben was very much like, he's used to people coming up, but it's usually, because Poe's staying downstairs, he's used to people coming up, but usually he's either seen them like the night before.
Okay.
And like he's like when Lucy stays over, right? Aunt Lucy, when she stays over, Aunt Luce, you know, he understands. Oh, hey, you're back. You're still here. Whereas this morning, so the stairs creep, and it was just like Poe came around the corner. He's like, you know what I mean? But you got some smiles there by the end.
Yeah, by the end.
Yeah.
Good, that's fun. That will be some cool moments right there. Photos all the time, Greg, I'm sure?
Photos?
Yeah, you're taking photos of baby BJ and then, of course, Cole. Yeah,
of course.
What I like is the trend right now, and I wish we knew this back when we were kids, but like the one kid who took a photo of himself every day from like 13 to 27. I'm like, man, that's so cool. You know what I mean? I wish I did that. That's the one thing I look back, I'm like, wish I took more photos. You know, I never took that many
now
photos.
everything's digital, it's so much easier.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the camera roll.
Gotta take photos.
We're less than $500 away from $2,000.
We're getting close. We're getting close.
Do you really want me in a mustache?
3 minutes away from ending the stream.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, we've had some fun today on this stream, but of course, really what's all that mattered is helping Poe and his
Kevin Lindsay did
students out
donate
there.
$100 again.
Oh, they
You
did.
get it back. You get it back,
get the
Kevin.
second. Oh,
Anonymous
man.
gave 25. Anonymous gave 100. Thank you, everybody, for supporting Poe and Benedictine University.
Let's talk about Poe and what they're doing before we get out of here.
Sure.
Poe, why don't you give us the rundown one more time on what cool stuff you and the kids are doing out there?
Yeah, so obviously we'll leave the link out there and it's available. So, you know, trying to get kids to do a study abroad program and see other countries and other cultures, you know, learn about other languages, learning, you know, basically our school isn't as fully funded as, you know, your big state schools and things like that. So to be able to donate anything helps, you know, $5, $10, it really doesn't matter. Anything would be a great donation to kind of help get these kids to see another culture and, you know, get on a plane for the first time and really see something different. And if you've ever been to another country and just learning and seeing how things are different, and it's a real eye-opening and cultural change and shock, and you learn so much from it. So to be able to send these kids is amazing. And if that doesn't do it for you, then if you want me to look just like Mike, we can make that happen.
Two mustache
basically, yeah. I mean, by like Monday would be the day that we're shaving it. So.
Oh, you're extending? We're going to extend it?
extend
the
it.
weekend. Okay, I like
See
that.
if we can even get it during the Kind of Funny podcast. Remember,
Yeah.
write in KindaFunny.com/KF with your questions for Poe. That's free, of course.
That will be a fun podcast.
Sure, yeah.
This has been a good time sitting on the couch playing Madden, watching some backyard wrestling.
Hey, who won Madden, though?
Greg did.
Not by as much as you should have, though.
Hey, man, I shook off the rest.
That was
You know what I mean?
shocking. I was expecting that to be a complete blowout, but I'll take my 2 picks.
I like that. Of course, you can go support that. You see the link in the chat. Of course, if you're watching on VOD, we'll put that in the description of the YouTube throughout the weekend and into Monday. You can help support Poe and the team. Greg, you get the final word of today's Friday stream. We're ending the week. What do you want to tell everybody?
I want everybody to have a great weekend and go to KindaFunny.com/Poe. Support Poe.
Love that. We'll see you all back here next time. Goodbye.